Yo, what up? What up? YouTube was good. What's good with y'all, man? I'm back at it, man. On today. Might even jump on tomorrow. So how's everybody been, man? What's good, man? On this Wednesday, I'm just trying to hold it down. Um, Trying to bring y'all some facts, man. Bring y'all some information today. My opinion on some of these things. So I just want to, yeah, just on here, man. Just trying to see what's good. Might have a little panel on here. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for everybody else to jump on here. You know what I mean? I shared it out like 30 minutes ago, so people about to start getting on here. But yeah, man. So this whole thing, this dude Ryan Garcia, man. The whole thing is, I'm the kind of cat. I don't care if you in any kind of sport, any kind of entertainment, any of that, because my whole thing is you're supposed to have and be some kind of figure, right? You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Hold yourself to a different kind of esteem, and you have a lot of people following you and checking you out, and you kind of have a lot of influence in that kind of situation. So you use it to say and do racist things. It's crazy to me, but I mean that's how a lot of people are. That's how a lot of these races are, man. People, my thing is, you can have your opinion, or feel some kind of way, but at the same time, that's on you. That's how you think. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it. It is what it is, but I ain't even tripping. But I just think, like I said, that's his opinion. That's his whatever he got to think or feel or whatever the fuck about this. You know what I'm saying? This inst this situation. Yeah, so I'm on here, man. I'm just gonna break it down, man. I'm saying go on here real quick. You know what I'm saying? Say some things. I got a couple of topics though I'm gonna bring up tonight, man. You know. All right, so yeah, man, let's go. Let me hit up a couple people real quick. Yeah, but um I'm not the kind of dude that tries to make people apologize and tell people this, and do this and that because that's on them at the end of the day, man. That's how you feel at the end of the day. Hey, you know what I mean? Oh well, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, and just point blank period. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period, man. It is what it is. You know. All right, so word up, man. So you know what I'm saying? Let me let a couple other people know that I'm live. Right? So you know what I'm saying. Yeah, man. But yeah, yeah, man. So I'm just tripping out on this whole situation, this whole thing. People, like I said, have their opinions and stuff like that. But then at the same time, I look at it like this too. Just because you're a celebrity and all that, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he didn't. I'm not gonna cape for you. Oh, he didn't mean this or he didn't say this because of this and that. Man, you said it. That was your intention. That's on you. That's y'all must. You're supposed to take a man for his word. You're supposed to take a man for his action. You're supposed to take. I don't understand now. We live in some sensitive ass times, some weird times, some times where the truth is the lie and the lie is the real truth. So I don't know. A lot of people's not honest. People just be full of shit at the end of the day. So so yeah, this is not the only topic I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about a couple things. Yeah, man. Damn, everybody live right now. All right, so All right, so check this out. I'm gonna play this, but I'm just gonna like fair use. You know what I'm saying? So the fair use, 1976, under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, gives me allowance to report on this video for commentary and educational purposes. All right, so play this bullshit. Let me turn this up. Yeah, man. So y'all heard it, man. Do even if you're saying it to somebody else that ain't black, I mean, that's what you said about black people that you hate it. So, I mean, and I don't tolerate stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because you don't see so-called black boxers saying this about I mean, other races or Mexicans or whoever. It's just like double-sided, double standard. But let you call it out or you say something about it, then you're racist. So that's what I don't be liking. I don't be understanding that shit. That's some deflection tactics. Real men and real adults, you know what I mean? They take responsibility for their actions or whoever, like whatever the situation is, man. You don't run from it or hide from it and shit. But you got dudes caping for this dude too. Hold up. Oh, all right, so we gonna I'm gonna play this, and I want to play the exchange that him and Bill Hanley, Devin Hanley's pops, and then him had and then Ryan Garcia's pops, and then I'm gonna play this and I'm play that, and then I'm done with it. You know what I mean? I ain't surprised.
The kid crashing out, you know. I always try to be as optimistic as I can as just a human being. And I hope that, everyone could be with me in my most trying times, as well as him going through his or anyone in my family. These are the times that, you know, uh, we show our resiliency, we show our character. We don't get, we don't misrepresent what we represent, and that's positivity. And I know, dude, now it shows that, the upbringing, because I think I say more than any time, these are the times that having a dad who's been there on that roller coaster with you, that ups and downs, that their voice is loud and vocal at the top, as well as when you've hit rock bottom, so that team, you know what I mean? I wish them well, but there's no place for that kind of talk, you know what I mean? And particularly and directed, in the way that it's being directed, it's just no place for it. We have, in his case and boxers' cases as promoters and being self-promoters, there's things that you try to do to bring excitement to the event, excitement to your persona, and then there's reality. And, we've all done things in the promotion that have been questionable, but there's no boxer, there's no event And there's no place for that kind of language towards anybody, you know, on either side. So I think that he should get help, you know what I mean? And that's it. I don't believe in kicking a man while they're down. But he definitely should get help. And the people.
But help with what though? What is, you know what I'm saying? What is their help? What do you help with what? Just because I don't get it. So if somebody, this is my thing, right? You think one of them ADL dudes or Anti-Defamation League or what's the other spot? I forget the other one, but you know, or yeah, the JDL or anybody, you know, you think any of them would be like, you know, if somebody said something supposed to be anti-Semitic or something against, you know, Jewish people or whatever the case is, you think that they would be like, oh, this person needs help? No, they would be like, man, they would be like, they want some justice, they want something to happen to them, lose a job, so you know, they want tangible. You see what I'm saying? Whether we be like, oh man, the person needs help. Help for what? You know what I'm saying? If you're an alcoholic or you're on drugs, whatever, what that got to do with you saying stuff about black people? I don't know, man. I just don't get it. You know, that I don't think the rabbi would be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You saying stuff about my people, you need help. You know what I'm saying? That big would go in it. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You notice that? What's going on, you know? I don't know, man. I just think this shit is kind of wild. You know what I mean? But so I'm gonna play a little more of this, and I'm gonna play the him and Ryan Garcia's pop to get into it. I'm gonna play something. All right, play. And then we're gonna go on to something else, man.
People around him should step up and be held accountable and speak loud and be just as.
But you don't ask, man. I don't understand that. Maybe you talk about like his team or his PR team. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
You know, happy that they can be there for Ryan during these kind of times. This is a time that you see what kind of team you got. You know what I mean? And then particularly Henry Garcia. You know, some of these times, and me as both being involved in boxing and involved in my son's career, being a manager and a trainer and a father. I'm going to attest that, and my children also will say that I'm a nosy ass parent. And when I told Mayweather, you know, that I'm in the streets, I'm knowing what's going on, I'm trying to stay connected and having the ability to jump on there with them clowns. You know, them clowns that go around with your son and they on the internet and they talking this stupid shit and they leading and coercing and, you know, all that kind of shit. And where are you as a parent, right? You sitting back, letting the trolls say, oh, well, you're not supposed to get out the way, while you have a bunch of idiots sit up and ruin a guy's career. No, so it's some things that we can learn too as parents and being part of the support team with these tremendously talented individuals that are under a whole lot of pressure to please. And through that frustration, either they're telling the truth or they're lying. Either way, you hear a frustrated individual. It's not me to dictate whether he's lying or he's telling the truth, but I can see a kid just frustrated. Now, instead of rallying around him and addressing the real frustration and the why he done the shit that he's done, you bullshit ass content creators have created an atmosphere where you're applauding it, sensationalize it, when behind the scenes, he's being punished. You know, he's being, punished. I'm not going to change the word. He's being punished. He's not being celebrated or elevated in any way. But you trolls, you bullshit content creators, you know, and you know, the ones that look for stuff in your beard, you know, judge your hair, you know, you bullshit motherfuckers. Excuse me, Stafallah. But Yeah, you guys that drive the narrative. And when that individual is not necessarily built for it and they crash out, where are you guys at? Where you got ego without the O? Might just call him a hoe? Huh? Where you at? Showbiz, the entertainer, who, I mean, I don't know if you're just impersonating or what, preview, what stage you used to work on, but I do good being me. And I'm telling you, I told you guys then, I said, be careful what you celebrate, because it'll be the same shit that you crash out about. Yeah, y'all have a good day.
All right, so yeah, he was spending some. Okay, so I want to go into him and the. Let me see.
Okay, Fred, time to find our perfect apartment on Zillow. Don't worry, change will be good.
Hold on.
Ron Garcia then finally came out the closet. He didn't let the world know exactly how he feel about black people.
True. Okay, wait, hold on.
The kid crashing out.
Okay, let me see. So let's get. I just wanted to see that him and the pops get into it, and the pops said some crazy shit, and then we go on to something else, man. Hold up. No. Damn, why can't I? Damn, why can't I find the motherfucker? All right, hold on. All right, hold on.
Think about this.
Fair use 1976 under Section 107, Copyright Act. You know what I mean? It's giving me permission to report on this video for commentary purposes, all right? Yeah, man, we going in, man. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, man. Let me play this real quick. And yes, let's see it.
There's a lot that Devin Haney hasn't accomplished in the sport of boxing. He's undefeated. He's a two-time division world champion, and he fights anyone and everyone. And this is what's special about this fight. And I'm going to keep repeating myself because fighters today, every fighter out there, maybe not every single one, but there's fighters out there, the majority of them do not want to give the fight fans the fights that we deserve to watch. And Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney came together, and we're giving you guys, man, this fight's gonna be amazing on April 20th. He's willing to be the very best and fighting the very best, coming off wins like Cambosos and Regis Prograis, fighters like Lomachenko, daring to be great. And that's the bottom line. And it's very rare in this sport. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you. And he's been undisputed lightweight champion of the world. And he now is the current WBC super lightweight champion of the world. He is the dream, Devin Haney.
First off, I want to thank Allah, alhamdulillah. This is a dream come true of mine. I always dreamed to be here one day. And now I'm finally here. I had respect for Ryan, because we shared the ring 6 times as kids. We came up together. But over these last, few days, I lost a lot of respect for him because, one, we have a fight. The world is tuning in. So look how much media here. Look how many people are here to watch us. So it's like I'm a true professional. I try to be professional in everything I do. And I'm not saying that. I come from, my dad, he has not made the best choices in life, but he molded me to be the man that I am today. And that's why I always try to, come off the best way I can to give the fans and the kids and the people, lead by a better example. On the other hand, we got this guy who's doing the complete opposite. And like I said, I don't know where he comes from. I don't know. Okay, but listen,
Slow down, cutie.
Whatever he's going through, whatever he's going through. Whatever you're doing behind closed doors.
I love you.
Man, would you like to come up and talk? This is Ryan Garcia's mom. Okay. All right.
Let me ask you. Listen, when you were a judge and a referee and everything that you guys did in LDB, and
Come on, Bill.
no, wait. I was gonna no, because you know what? Hey, you pissed? Listen, no.
See. Why did see? This is what I'm talking about. If those are some black people right there, you would have heard about how ghetto they were, how dysfunctional they were, how that was so ghetto. You know what I'm saying? How that was so out of line. How they were so rude. Why did they interrupt? You know what I'm saying? It's just a double standard with us and everybody else. And it don't matter if people live in our areas or by us or some shit, the same ghettos or whatever. That shit don't matter. The perception is different from us and everybody else. You see what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's why everybody separates themselves from us. They know that shit.
Pin? Okay, you were a pin.
What does any of that got to do with anything? What does any of that have to do with any of this shit? Personal jabs, and now we talking about family members and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? The mom wilding and shit, yelling in the audience and shit while he's talking, very rude. Nobody's telling her to stop, right? You would think one of them would have some fucking class as men, but see, that's what I'm talking about. We living in chaotic times. You see what I'm saying? We're living in a time where it's just very feminine energy with men and women, right? Or shit, my bad. The women are more masculine than the men sometimes. You got his moms, you know what I'm saying, at a press conference yelling and screaming, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the funny thing about it is, why is Ryan Garcia not saying nothing? Why is he being more professional than the moms and the dad? Why is he not saying nothing? Because he knows that's out of line. You know what I'm saying? It's a time and a place. He knows he'll be able to talk. They both had their turn to talk at the press conference. That's why it's a press conference, right? So the press could ask them questions, and so they can answer and ask questions and say whatever you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I just think it's a double standard, bro. Like, that was mad unprofessional. Control your emotions. Why are we even emotions? Why your son's probably a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? Or probably, you know what I'm saying, is well off. Y'all probably well off because of this shit. I just don't get it. There's other things in life, you know what I'm saying? I just don't really understand people, but maybe they know that bad publicity is the same as good publicity. You know what I'm saying? That shit sell. What up, Shaq? What up? Shit, let me know if you want to jump on. I'll drop the link and shit. Here, let me drop the link for you and shit, man. But I don't know, man. I just thought that was kind of whack. You know what I mean? I thought that was really whack. I don't know. Done that. Not did that shit right. Hold on. Just like I'll just go straight to Messenger. This should be acting weird. And then just you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, so I sent it out, man. So yeah, man. So I just want to hear, but it's just mad messy. It looks crazy. The moms looks crazy. The dad looks crazy. It just looked like even if there was some black people acting like that, even if it was David's family acting like that and doing all that, that wouldn't be really classy, dude. That'd be like, I don't know, man. I just think this is a weird time that we're in right now. It's just like the adults act like the kids and shit. It's just mad. It's just everything's a role reversal. It seems like right now. I don't know, but that was mad unprofessional though. Why is the son trying to calm this dad down? Well, it's like you think it would be the other way around. I don't know. Let's go. This dude, and then why is this dude Mario Lopez over here and De La Hoya laughing like it's funny? I just think, you know what I'm saying? I just think, just like, and you know what? Oh, my bad. I want to play De La Hoya's take on the thing too, and we're going to dead this. After this, we're going to go on to something else. See, wasn't that De La Hoya's cue or Mario Lopez cue to say something? And they over there smirking. And see, that's why. Look, when shit like that said, when shit like that is said, and little racist, little funny, little sly remark, that everything is just okay. This is when this shit gets real serious. But see, they don't take us seriously. Do we even take ourselves seriously? Because you got dude, I don't know if he was his promoter, Ryan Garcia, but the brother in the background or his handler or somebody's handler. But it's like, why would you be rolling with motherfuckers like that, bro? Okay, so we're gonna go to I want to go to De La Hoya's. I want to go with what the fuck he thinks about this shit. We're gonna go into something else. Let's see. Let's go do it. All right, now this is fair use, right? 1976 under Section 107. This gives me fair use to report on this video for commentary and educational purposes or allowance, whatever. All right. but then you watch what he says right here, right now. That shit out of the what? Excuse. Yeah, I just dropped it on your what's net. I dropped it on your messenger on messenger. Or was it the other one? What does any of that got to do with anything? None of that shit got anything to do with shit. The price of tea in China. How they say it? You know, how's that how they say it? That shit don't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China, motherfucker. I just don't get. My thing is just, man. I don't even know, bro. It's just defending that shit. Like, but see, I get it. So I could defend this, and then he doesn't have to take accountability because it's a bunch of motherfuckers like me, and even some certain sorry ass niggas caping for this low key. You know what I'm saying? Low key, like what's the word? Like what's the word? Like what's the word? Enabling it, right? So I mean, I look at it. It's just like with females and an abortion thing, and then we could make these stupid ass we can make these laws to where making abortion legal to where these bras don't gotta take accountability for having unprotected sex. It makes sense. Where is any slurring and the motherfucker could be on Sherm. You heard what I said? Motherfucker could be on Angel Dust. Motherfucker could be on any man. That shit. What does any of that got to do with saying racist shit? I don't know. What any of that have to do with any of that? I don't know, man. The motherfuckers is like, damn, dude. Bad excuses being thrown around. This is supposed to be, and Bernard Hopkins is crazy because Bernard Hopkins is his what's the name? His what's the name? I'm not even saying it right. It's his fucking it's his partner. They partners. Go figure. That's your partner, and he's coming off like this. Uh, I'm done with people caping for people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Caping for bullshit. I'm done with it. Damn, I didn't even play that the whole time, huh? Shit. Well, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. You know what I'm saying? De La Hoya is tripping, man. De La Hoya is tripping. Let me see. They talked about their face. You know, hold on. Let me see. Play a little bit. No, I'm gonna get off this one. I'm gonna get off this subject, man. We're going on to other things right now. All right, so but it's corny, man. You got caping for this dude, man. He's whack. You know what I'm saying? Him and DeLoy are whack. You know what I'm saying? But this is the same guy that dresses up as a woman, so you know, yeah, we already know where his head's at. All right, so look, we about to go over here and what's the name? The View. What is going on with these crazy broads at the View? Oh, my bad. Okay, wait. Shit. Another story. I don't know if y'all have been seeing this, but this has all been seeing kind of weird too, though. All this is kind of playing out kind of funny too. All right, so let me see. Okay, let's play this, and then we're gonna play another couple of other videos real quick on it. I'm gonna share it to you. Right.
And usage while
New tonight, the search for suspects after a woman's body was found inside a trash bag in Kips Bay.
Friends and family spoke to CBS 2's Alice Gaynor, remembering her life taken too soon.
Oh, my beautiful baby, my angel.
Family and friends gathered at a memorial on 27th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues where the body of 31-year-old Yasmin Williams was found. Police say this past Friday, just before 5 p.m., they responded to a call of a suspicious package on the curb. Police sources say inside the trash bag was a woman's body wrapped in a sleeping bag. The medical examiner's office ruled it a homicide. She had been shot in the head.
No one would have a reason to hurt her like that. Everyone she knew, she meant something to them.
Police sources say a man was seen on video pulling the bag on a motorized wheelchair. Several say Williams was friends with a man who uses a wheelchair in the neighborhood. She grew up here and lived nearby. Williams' mother says,
So you seen a dude pulling the body in a wheelchair, but you don't, how come nobody seen nothing on the camera? So the camera seen that, but why didn't the camera see who shot her? Or if anybody did shoot her?
Days before she was killed, her daughter, known as Yazzie, had just started a new job.
She was looking so forward to living her life because she got her degree in criminal justice. She went to Buffalo State University, and she wanted to go back to be a lawyer.
You could always catch her on a city bike. She had a beautiful voice. She just really loved life.
Williams had a twin brother and a little sister.
She used to always take good care of me, and she used to always be proud of me. She was the best sister I could ever have. And I love her so much. I just wish she could have stayed a little longer because I just wanted to grow up with her.
So far, no arrests, no motive, and police sources say right now it's unclear where the murder took place.
The longer it stays unaddressed or unsolved, the longer people are gonna,
Tonight, we begin with exclusive new video in the murder investigation of a woman found dead inside a trash bag in Kips Bay.
It comes as police have charged a man in connection with the killing. Right now, he has not been arrested for the murder, but for concealing a corpse. CBS 2's Lisa Rosner is live outside the police station in Kips Bay with that new surveillance video. Lisa.
Well, Christina and Dick, that video just adds to the pain of how casually Yasmin Williams' body was tossed to the curb. Police tell us that 55-year-old Chad Irish could be facing more charges tonight.
Exclusive video shows a man in a motorized wheelchair casually dragging what appears to be the same trash bag that 31-year-old Yasmin Williams' lifeless body was found inside of, wrapped in a sleeping bag. Friday, police responded to a call of a suspicious package on 27th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues. The medical examiner ruled it a homicide, saying Williams was shot in the head. The spot where she was discovered, now a growing memorial.
Yasmin was really a caring person. She was energetic. She knew people around the neighborhood, so she was very loving. So it's pretty sad.
Tuesday, members of the NYPD crime scene unit went to collect evidence from the apartment of 55-year-old Chad Irish, who now faces 1 count of concealment of a human corpse. Sources say the charge stems from him being seen on surveillance video dragging the body, and they are also trying to determine if the murder happened in his apartment. Police sources say Irish, who is on parole, is a prime suspect in the murder.
Definitely should deserve him to be in jail and locked up. Doesn't deserve to come home or none of that.
You feel like it was him?
For sure. Definitely.
How come?
He was always with her, so it definitely got to be him.
Do you know if they were dating or if she was living there or anything like that? Or
Not necessarily, but I know he would bring her home. Like she would go to his house. Yeah, I just know he could be abusive though.
His outrage was shared Monday night. A crowd erupted, attacking Irish as police pulled him out of the building on a gurney and confiscated his dog and wheelchair. Police sources add that on Monday, before his arrest, he allegedly menaced a man with a gun during an argument. So he faces menacing and weapon possession charges in that case, too.
I don't know if this is the actual killer, but how inhumane you're dragging down the block somebody's daughter. You know, he should be lucky that the police got him before that community.
What don't make no sense is why didn't they say that this would don't make no sense. Why is the news not saying, is that the boyfriend? Who is that? Why did not? How come before they just said that? Why didn't they say that they knew each other, the guy in the wheelchair and her? Why are they not saying the relationship of the guy and her? Why are they not telling us the relationship? That's kind of weird, right? What's up with the news? The media, I don't know. The media be having you second. I don't know, man. They don't be. There's a lot they be leaving out, and it makes you think like, what's really going on with the story? You know what I mean?
Now, Williams was an aspiring lawyer who was just about to start a new job with the city. Police sources tell us Irish has nearly 24 arrests on his record, mostly drug-related arrests. We're live in Kips Bay. Lisa Rosner, CBS 2 News.
All right, Lisa, thanks very much.
Kraken client support. It's like soccer. Out there, you can't see and know everything, but I'm connected to experts who I can chat with I need to. But once it's decision time, that's all on me.
This.
All right, look.
Joining us for WC.
All right, so we got to go into these mass shootings again, and then we're gonna go in. I'm gonna go into that, and then I'm gonna go into this Butte. Couple of these little stories, man.
VO9 News on the Saturday night. I'm Brett Bagansky, and we begin with that break.
Used under the Copyright Act, Section 107, 1976. This gives me allowance to report on this video for commentary and educational purposes.
News out of Florence that's been developing all day. 4 people are dead. 3 others are in the hospital after they got shot around 2 o'clock this morning. This happened during a 21st birthday party. Florence police confirmed the shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
The infamous gunshot, self-inflicted gunshot.
Here are the names of the victims. 20-year-old Shane Miller from Florence, 20-year-old Hayden Ribicki from Ellesmere.
How come in some mass shootings they don't issue no names at all? They won't tell you nothing, no details, and in other ones they'll tell you. Kind of weird, huh? Kind of interesting, wouldn't you think?
18-year-old Delaney Erie from Burlington, and 44-year-old Melissa Parrott. The 3 other people injured are expected to survive, but police have not identified them.
That number, baby.
All of them.
Number 3
attended that party at a home on Ridgecrest Drive. And we have our team coverage tonight. Our Sean Delancey and Anna Azalian are standing by as we're starting to know more about the victims.
My thing is, what's up with all these mass shootings before the election, though? What's that all about? Right before the election, huh?
Neighbors and friends. So we're going to start with you, Sean. Walk us through the latest in this investigation.
Yeah, Brett, a little over 12 hours since that gunman shot and killed 4 people and injured 3 others inside of this home along Ridgecrest Drive. Florence police have wrapped up the bulk of their initial investigation. They have cleared the roadway, and now the home is the only thing left wrapped in crime scene tape. Florence Police Chief Jeff Mallory says right around 2:30 a.m. they got multiple calls of an active shooter at this birthday party in a home along Ridgecrest.
4 days. Why is this still taped?
Neighbors describe a scene of people scrambling, jumping over fences, running for their lives. Mallory says that a man later identified as Chase Garvey came to the party uninvited and opened fire. As police arrived on scene, Mallory says that they could still hear gunfire, but Garvey left before they could stop him. Mallory says the first officers on scene immediately began rendering life-saving aid to anyone they could and ended up transporting.
So it was that close enough to where you could still hear gun, but y'all couldn't catch the dude. Where did he leave in the car? I want to play a couple more videos.
Reporting 3 people to the hospital in critical condition.
3.
Said we train on this, hoping that it would never happen, but unfortunately.
Why would you see all of a sudden? Why they start training for these active shooter drills all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Like in the 2000s, the 90s. You know what I mean? Like they didn't train on no. I don't know. This is kind of new. It's like ever since Obama been in office, it seemed like.
Personally, we've been touched
and having these mass shootings, right?
Like so many other departments and cities throughout the nation. And our training for our guys and men and women really kicked in, and they did an exceptional job.
Mallory says that arriving officers spotted Garvey's car taking off from the scene and began chasing him from Route 42 onto Hicks Pike. There, he says Garvey shot himself with his gun and then crashed the car. The suspected gunman was taken to St. Elizabeth, where he died. Now, there is a lot of speculation at this point circulating around the neighborhood as to what caused this shooting to happen. But Mallory says right now, at this point, the motive is still under investigation.
Sean, we know it's been an emotional day in Florence and for much of the tri-state. You were at the news conference today and you heard Chief Mallory get emotional. You hear it in his voice and you asked him about that.
Yeah, Brett, I've probably been to more than 1,000 press conferences with police officers at this point. And one thing that I noticed during the press conference is that you could definitely hear the emotion in Chief Mallory's voice. The first question I asked, the first question overall, was why he was feeling this one in particular. He says that mass shootings are not something that they deal with in Florence. They've seen it elsewhere, but not here. And that does make it different here. He says that the emotion that he's feeling right now is for the victim. For the victim's friends and family, and for the officers that have had to go through this. He says that they will be doing everything they can to support all of them.
And you heard Chief Mallory say that was the first mass shooting they had in Florence. Sean, thank you for that. All right, let's bring in Anna Azalea now. So, Anna, all day we've been hearing from neighbors and friends of those who were injured and even killed. Certainly, this
is kind of a coincidence. That's the first one that they ever had, and then they said that they trained for it before. Kind of interesting, right?
is something no one expected.
Brett, exactly. That's what everyone here has been telling me. We've spoken with several neighbors and friends who say they were at the party here, but they left before the shooting happened. Then they say they were woken up to texts telling them about this awful news, and now they say they're grieving.
I didn't know what to think.
Adam was one of the neighbors at his friend's 21st birthday party. He asked us not to show his face or
21st, isn't that 3, 2, and 1?
Share his last name out of concern for his safety. Friday, he thought the day was all about celebration, but after he had gone home and gone to bed, he found out celebration turned into tragedy.
So many emotions. My mind's been racing. I couldn't sleep at all once I woke up and got the news.
Leah Moore was also at the party, and just like Adam, she went home before the shooting.
I heard, this like pop, pop, pop. And then in my mind, I thought that it was, leftover fireworks.
But later she found out it was gunshots. And now she's mourning the loss of all 4 people who died, including 44-year-old Marissa Parrott. It was Parrott's son's birthday party.
What I'm going to miss most about Missy, especially Missy, is her spirit, her personality. She's, a lot of people will tell you that the people close to them are one of the best people they've ever met, but truly Missy was that.
And the friends and neighbors we spoke with say that all 4 victims who died were truly great people who they're now grieving. In Florence, Anna Azalea, WCPO 9 News.
Anna, thank you for that. And we are going to continue following the situation throughout the night and the weekend. You can find the most up-to-date information on WCPO.com as well as our
All right, so we're gonna play the what's the name?
Or free mobile news app. And
we'll play a couple more of these videos.
Why again? Are you considering starting your own syndication or investment fund? Let's break down the essentials to get you launched. How you get started is a great first question.
The psychological wounds are deep, not only for those who were shot, but for the entire community. People consoling each other today outside the home where it happened just before 3 a.m. on Saturday.
And I heard people running around screaming and
3 a.m.
yelling, no, no, no. And then
So three people in critical condition at 3 a.m. Damn, ain't that a motherfucker?
and the street was lined with police cars.
Bonnie Hepker lives across the street. She has known the Parrott family for 20 years. This is the GoFundMe page for 44-year-old Missy Parrott. Her son is on the right. It was his birthday party. His sister Chloe is on the left. The gunman shot her. She survived. But her mother, Missy, reportedly shot trying to protect her, did not survive her gunshot wounds.
She was just an amazing person. Everybody in the neighborhood loved her. She was fun, smiling.
Also killed 20-year-old Shane Miller. I spoke to a good friend of his who said he was a young person with an old soul. Delaney Erie, 19, also killed. This is her GoFundMe page. Witnesses with whom we spoke say her ex-boyfriend is the shooter. Police say he came to the party uninvited and began firing his weapon. We also spoke with friends of the fourth person killed, 20-year-old Hayden Rybicki. They say he was getting very close with Delaney.
I never knew if it was actually seeing each other, just hanging out and they were at the same place or whatever, but it just seemed like all big miscommunication on his part, and what happened shouldn't have happened.
Tyler George says he was one of Hayden's best friends.
There's no way this is happening right now. Please tell me this is fake. I just all wanted it to be a bad dream, really.
Mason Martin was also close with Hayden.
Hayden just always had the spark in him. Always happy, always making people's days.
This is one of the two young women who were shot and survived. Claire Smith's GoFundMe page says she is currently in the ICU resting post-surgery and is expected to make a full physical recovery. Chloe Parrott will be dealing with her physical injuries and the loss of her mother.
They're so young. They're so young. Even Missy. 44 is not old.
Okay.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
You can always find our stories here on YouTube, but go ahead and tap subscribe. That way you're always in the know.
It's kind of weird, interesting. I'm gonna play one more, man, and let's play one more, and then I'm gonna play something.
Now, two Detroit police and the mayor taking action against illegal block parties after a violent holiday weekend in Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit police say that shootings at 6 illegal block parties over the weekend left 3 people dead and 24 others injured.
This is security video of the largest block party in the area of Reno Street and Rossini Drive, where 2 people were killed, 19 others were injured early Sunday morning.
Hate to see it. Detroit police showing the weapons.
The psychological wounds are deep, not only for those who were shot, but for the entire community. People consoling each other today outside the home where it happened just before 3 a.m.
Here's what we know 19 hours after it happened. 911 calls began coming in just before 3 a.m. Police say that a 21st birthday party was going on at the home on Ridgecrest Drive when a man began shooting. He shot 7 people in all. Police say 4 of them died at the scene. 3 are currently in critical condition. They are stable, though, at the hospital. The alleged shooter had driven from the scene, and police caught up with him near Farmview Drive and US 42. They chased him to Dale Heimbrock Way near Hicks Pike. That's when the suspect's car left the roadway and went into a ditch. Officers say that he had shot himself and he was dead. Police identified that suspect as 21-year-old Chase Garvey. They say the 4 people he killed are...
So Chase led you on a chase. You know what I'm saying? Shaq, you heard what I said? Chase led them on a chase. Right?
Mike check.
What up, what up?
Yeah. What up, what up?
I said, so Chase is the suspect.
Uh-huh. I'm here.
Chase is the suspect of this mass shooting in Kentucky, right? Chase.
Mhm.
You know, and then so I'm just trip on the name Chase, and they let him on the Chase. So I'm gonna play this video, but I'm gonna play another one back because I know you probably didn't see it. All right, so
3 a.m. Police say that a 21st birthday party was going on at the home on Ridgecrest Drive when a man began shooting. He shot 7 people in all. Police say 4 of them died at the scene. 3 are currently in critical condition. They are stable, though, at the hospital. The alleged shooter had driven from the scene, and police caught up with him near
Why they be using the word alleged? You said that y'all chased him and then he killed himself. So how was he not the shooter then? Shaq, you see, I don't. The media is just iffy. You know what I mean? It just makes you question, like, what are y'all talking? I mean, I'm kind of confused. You just said alleged shooter. Nobody can be sued, right? Because he's he's dead, right? You can't. Shaq, because they say alleged for legal purposes, right? Excuse me, right? But the case is, if dude is already dead, what legalities are you what's the name, right? Are you breaking? What laws are you breaking by, right? What rights or whatever of his are you violating, right? When he's dead. I don't see the news is kind of the news media kind of tells on their stuff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Whether this is real or not, whatever, it just makes you question, like, or somebody that's actually a thinker question, like, what the fuck? That didn't make no sense. It made no damn sense at all. The alleged shooter.
Drive and US 42. They chased him to Dale Heimbrock Way near Hicks Pike. That's when the suspect's car left the roadway and went into a ditch. Officers say that he had shot himself and he was dead. Police identified that suspect as 21-year-old Chase Garvey. They say the 4 people he killed are Delaney Erie, 19, a graduate of Cooper High School, Hayden Rabicki, 20, Shane Miller, 20, and Melissa Barrett, 44. She was the homeowner and the mother of the 21-year-old celebrating his birthday.
We've never dealt with this before. I know it's going on throughout the nation, but this is the first time that we've had a mass shooting in Florence. So yeah, it is very emotional, and my emotions.
Shaq, what you think about that? They said that. Oh, she dropped off. It's weird because they said that they've practiced active shooter drills or mass shooter drills or whatever they is calling it right now. But then at the same time, they keep saying that this is the first time. All right, let's go.
Are for the victims, their families, the officers that responded, and everybody that was touched by this situation.
Yanni Trugelis has been on this story all day. He joins us now live from the neighborhood where this all happened. Yanni, hard to believe, less than 24 hours ago, many of these young people were just arriving at that party.
Yeah, David, hard to believe is exactly the way to put it. This entire neighborhood heartbroken tonight. Throughout the day, we've seen people coming together on the street in their driveways, hugging in tears, just not able to believe the events of earlier this morning.
Just don't expect it. Not here.
A mass shooting early Saturday morning in a small Florence neighborhood left 4 people dead and 3.
What do they always say in these scenes? They always say the same thing. You just don't expect that kind of stuff here. I'm sorry. No shit. Who would expect that in their town? Right? You know what I'm saying? That shit tripping up. Shaq, this shit jump back on there, man. That shit's fucking acting weird, man. Yeah, I hear you. What you think? This shit's tripping. So what you think?
They be kicking me out.
Did you hear what I was talking about with this mass shooting shit, man? What you think about that, man?
Man, you know the mass shooting, they be full of shit with the mass shooting, bro. I don't know what they call a mass shooting. I don't know what's up with them, bro. I don't know, Frank. I ain't saying nothing didn't happen. I don't know if it be the way they be reporting it. To have you know what I'm saying? Huh?
But why is there so many? I don't know about there being. I mean, there's not that many crazy people in this world that are really just willing and risking to just either kill themselves, get themselves killed, or face fucking life in prison. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They just crash out like that, dude. Like, and they're doing it in all these different states, and it's like, and it's conveniently right before the election they doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hear about no mass shootings since Obama got into office. When first fucking Obama got into office, then I started hearing about this bullshit. I'm like, oh, and I put two and two together. Why I started hearing about this bullshit when Obama get in office? Interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That shit is burnt out. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? It's just But see, they talk about it. Just why would he say alleged suspect though? If that was the guy that killed himself, if that was the suspect, why are they saying alleged? What's that all about?
All police say 4 of them died at the scene. 3 are currently in critical condition. They are stable, though, at the hospital. The alleged shooter had driven from the scene, and police caught up with him near Farmview Drive and US 42. They chased him to Dale Heimbrock Way near Hicks Pike. That's when the suspect's car left the roadway and went into a ditch. Officers say that he had shot himself and he was dead. Police identified that suspect as 21-year-old Chase Garvey. They say the 4 people he killed are Delaney Erie, 19, a graduate of Cooper High School, Hayden Rabicki, 20, Shane Miller, 20, and Melissa Barrett, 44. Killed are Delaney Erie near Hicks Pike. Up with him near. They are stable, though, at the hospital. The alleged shooter had driven from the scene, and police caught up with him near Farmview Drive and US 42. They chased him to Dale Heimbrock Way near Hicks Pike. That's when the suspect's car left the roadway and went into a ditch. Officers say that he had shot himself and he was dead. Police identified that suspect as 21-year-old Chase Garvey. They say the 4 people he killed are Delaney Erie, 19, a graduate of Cooper High School, Hayden Rabicki, 20, Shane Miller, 20, and Melissa Barrett, 44. She was the homeowner and the mother of the 21-year-old celebrating his birthday.
We've never dealt with this before. I know it's going on throughout the nation.
How did they find him, Shaq? What'd you think?
You said how did they find him?
How did they find him?
Shit, hey, look here.
How did they find
GPS,
him?
man.
Did they have and they didn't see, they didn't see it in no detail. They had the description of his car. He was saying that he drove this kind of car. They didn't have a description, or they didn't say they had a description of the car. How the fuck you find the guy? So he was in a car. How the fuck you find him, bro? Was there APB out for this kind of car? This a tan looking car, a blue car, or white car? Dude, these motherfuckers just don't be adding up. Like, what? But see, they tell you so fast. You're like, oh shit! It's just people as human beings, so called, right? You automatically get in panic mode. You get into emotions. Oh shit! You feel for people. You have some kind of sympathy and empathy. But the critical thinking just goes out the window a lot of times because with stuff they be telling you just don't be making any sense. You know what I mean? How'd they find them? That's what I want to know.
How did they find any one of these people, man?
And how they be finding these, and they be finding them quick, like damn. So you mean to tell me you did all that and didn't have no escape plan, so called? Right? You just gonna risk it all, like put all the cards on the table. You feel me?
This is the first time that we've had a mass shooting.
So this is the first time you had a mass shooting. What's the significance of that? Okay, what does that have to do with anything? Oh man, this is the first time we ever had one. So okay, and You see what I'm saying, Shaq?
Oh yeah, they playing PR now. I mean, you know how it go, Frank. They got to play PR on you.
That was the first
You
time.
know.
In Florence. So yeah, it is very emotional, and my emotions are for the victims, their families, the officers that responded, and everybody that was touched by this situation.
Yanni Tregellis has been on this story all day. He joins us now live from the neighborhood where this all happened. Yanni, hard to believe, less than 24 hours ago, many of these young people were just arriving at that party.
Yeah, David, hard to believe is exactly the way to put it. This entire neighborhood heartbroken tonight. Throughout the day, we've seen people coming together on the street in their driveways, hugging in tears, just not able to believe the events of earlier this morning.
Just don't expect it. Not here.
A mass shooting early Saturday morning in a small Florence neighborhood left 4 people dead and 3 others injured after a gunman opened fire at a 21st birthday party. Mr. Garvey at the party and an argument ensued. Did he show up to the party and just open fire?
We don't believe he was a party goer at any time. He just showed up, evidently, from what the preliminary investigation shows.
The shooter, identified as Chase Garvey, fired several shots before fleeing the scene and leading.
Okay, what kind of picture is that? Is that a? Has he been arrested before? What kind of picture was that? Was that a mugshot? Was that a school picture? I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Police on a chase. Garvey's car went into a ditch, and officers found him dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Neighbors described hearing the gunfire.
I heard the shots thinking it was fireworks. Obviously, it was 4th of July, but then I heard a few more and knew it wasn't and knew something was wrong.
I'm traumatized. I mean, it's a nice neighborhood. They were great people. Missy was a wonderful mother, good woman.
44-year-old Melissa Parrott was hosting the party at her house for her son's 21st birthday when she was shot and killed.
The life of the party. She was always up for having fun, swimming in her pool, having a few drinks. She was a really good woman and a good mother.
The other 3 people killed, 19-year-old Delaney Erie, 20-year-old Hayden Ribicki, and 20-year-old Shane Miller.
It's been a big family place. I mean, they got a swimming pool in the backyard. Kids were always there. Missy was always with the kids. Never any trouble out of that family, never.
Now, the suspect, Garvey, did have a previous criminal record. He was convicted of an unlawful transaction with a minor. Police do tell us that that case is not connected with this shooting. We're live in Florence. Yanni Tregellis.
Hold on.
Transaction with a minor. Shane Miller.
It's been a big family place. I mean, they got a swimming pool in the backyard. Kids were always there. Missy was always with the kids. Never any trouble out of that family, never.
Now, the suspect, Garvey, did have a previous criminal record. He was convicted of an unlawful transaction with a minor. Police do tell us that that case is not connected with this shooting.
Of course it's not. What does that mean? Like, did he like buy somebody some ammo, or you know what I'm saying? Or like, what does that mean? Or did he do some weird stuff with the kid, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I think that's really fucking bad down.
See, I don't know, Frank. I mean,
It
there's too much. If this stuff is too reoccurring, man. I mean, I don't know, bro. Do you think it's something they put in you know, what you think?
I think
for them, do you think it's maybe some of these people, individuals, persons, I don't know what you want to call them, that's allegedly doing these shootings, mass shootings, do you think they got chips in them and the reason why they can track them down and get? Because if they say they don't got no information, but you got a suspect and you know these people is already, like,
that's weird, huh?
You can't. Oh man, I'm talking matter with the matter of hours. You got the information of the person, but you don't know. But you don't know who it is. But you got the information on, and you got the motive or the alleged motive. How?
I know. How? You didn't even talk to the motherfucker. You didn't even question the motherfucker. Shit. Just like all that shit. That time with Puffy. Oh, he this and that, and fucking he's going down. He's gonna get arrested, bro. He did this and that. Okay, you saying he did this and that? Why is he not in jail? Like, we don't be thinking something's wrong with us, bro. Something's wrong with us. It's like, so you don't see it's scripted. He's acting. Puffy has acted in shit before. He's been an actor in fucking TV and fucking bullshit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? So you don't never know when if you're an actor, bro. You never know when these motherfuckers are in character or not in character, bro. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. They could be acting. Okay, they're acting to get money. They're acting for a movie, but they could be acting for the fucking elites. That makes sense? They could be acting to keep a script going, to keep a narrative going, and make us keep thinking this way or that way, or sway our opinion this way. That makes sense? Well, okay, you know it does make sense, man. You feel what I'm saying? That shit crazy. But I feel you. But if these are really like real like events and shit, I mean, it's just like, why is nobody ever? It's weird because like why is there nobody trying to track these down? Like, why is there no mass shooting task force or nothing? You feel me? Why is there not no mass shooting department of these so-called law enforcement fucking, places, right? They got the drug unit, they got the robbery unit, they got the homicide unit. Why ain't got a mass shooting unit? Ooh, Shaq, does that make sense? That makes sense what I just said?
Man, it's crazy.
Why is there not a mass shooting unit in these law enforcement places? Why is there not a mass unit like the homicide unit, like the motherfucking robbery unit? Why is there not a mass shooting unit? That's what I want to know. Why is motherfuckers not really taking it seriously if this is so serious, or these are so serious like they say they are? Why is the law enforcement agencies not trying to because if this is so psychological like they're saying, why are they not trying to investigate and trying to do studies into how this shit is, why motherfuckers are supposedly doing this shit? You feel me? That's why I be thinking this is some crisis actor shit, because me and you could go right now, we could go fucking audition and shit, and there'll be a big ass event, and like they'll be casting motherfuckers and shit, and then what you got to do is act like you're fucking a part of some, you know what I'm saying, some crisis event and shit, and you got to act I'm scared or whatever the fuck, and they pay you for the day, bro. So that's what I'm thinking. This could be that shit. Does that make sense? It's not funny, but it's funny where I just said it. You see what I'm saying? It's like, but I don't know, man. It just, these shits are just weird, man. Like you were saying, really weird. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I'm gonna play the rest of this, and I'm gonna go back in. Since you just got on, I'm gonna go back onto that Ryan Garcia shit.
Shooting. We're live in Florence. Yanni Tregellis, Local 12 News.
Yanni, I can't ignore it. It sounds like there's fireworks going on in that neighborhood. That's kind of hard to believe, given what just happened.
Why would that be hard to believe, bro? Why? Them people ain't tripping off people. Them people. Why did he say that? Did you just hear that? Shaq? What is? I mean, that's tragic. That's messed up. You know, that's sad. That's, it's not scandalous. But at the same time, what does that have to do with people popping fireworks, bro? I don't get it. I'm confused. Like, people are just gonna stop. Oh shit, fucking, let's stop what we doing, because some people was killed over here in this house. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy thing about it. Some people were over there probably don't even know that happened. See, that was really weird how they said that. That was kind of a Shaq. That was kind of a signal right there. He said it's a trip how you would think how they're still popping fireworks knowing that just happened. So my question is, do people over there even know something like that happened? Did something like that even really happen? I don't know. I don't know. Let me just chill out. Shaq, you see what I'm saying? That was kind of weird how you just said that. Very weird. Really strange. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let's go back.
Local 12 News.
Yanni, I can't ignore it. It sounds like there's fireworks going on in that neighborhood. That's kind of hard to believe, given what just happened.
Yeah, David, these fireworks going on all across the area. And, like you heard some of those neighbors say last night when they were woken up, they thought it was just.
Oh, that was the script right there. Shaq, that was the alley-oop. Did you see that? No wonder why he said that. Okay. So
No, run it back, run it back.
you didn't see that?
Yeah, run it back.
So the lead anchor guy is piggybacked off to him. Watch.
That's what they do.
Now, the suspect, Garvey, did have a previous criminal record. He was convicted of an
And they
unlawful
always say the same thing.
transaction.
Oh yeah. So if they have not had a criminal record, they'll say, oh, the FBI was looking in him for something suspicious before, but they didn't act on it. Why the fuck didn't they act on it then? This should be
with a minor. Police do tell us that that case is not connected with this shooting. We're live in Florence. Yanni Tregellis, Local 12 News.
Right now.
Yanni, I can't ignore it. It sounds like there's fireworks going on in that neighborhood. That's kind of hard to believe given what just happened.
Yeah, David, these fireworks going on all across the area. And, you know, like you heard some of those neighbors say last night when they were woken up, they thought it was just fireworks, people celebrating the 4th of July weekend. And then they quickly realized that that was not the case.
Yeah. All right. Yanni Tregellis reporting live.
Did you see that? That was burnt. Did you see that, Shaq? Oh, wow. That shit was burnt out, bro. These people be piggybacking, man.
Police investigation is continuing. They have not yet released the gunman's motive. The Gun Violence Archive tracks mass shootings nationwide. The group defines them as having a minimum of 4 victims shot, either injured or killed.
So, okay, Shaq, you see this? This is the mass shooting motherfucking dictionary. I mean, what's that called? The mass shooting encyclopedia, or damn, what would you call it? Playbook. There we go. You hear what I said? You see that, Shaq? So, so this is the mass shooting. So 4 or more people shot is a mass shooting, right?
That's what they say.
So there, look, they got the little look. This is so. But see, this lets you know that this is really lets you know too that it's kind of, it makes it that much more harder to believe that these are really events, because happening so much, and it kind of thinks it's like, and to me, I'm thinking it's like it's played out. You know what I'm saying? So if something plays out, and if something is just on the same old on the dial every, and then look, they had something in Kentucky last year around the same time. Well, interesting. Not in the same part of Kentucky, but it was in the tri-state in Kentucky. Wow, interesting, right, Shaq? What a coincidence that they had a last shooting around the same time last year in Kentucky. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So they talk about on June 16th, Madisonville, there was 5 injured. July 1st, Coreyville. Wait, is this all in Kentucky? Hold up. Let me listen to what these motherfuckers got to say about this.
Killed, not including the shooter. According to its database, as we mentioned off the top, this is the 3rd mass shooting in the tri-state in just 3 weeks. The other 2 being the shooting.
3 weeks? Shaq, what you think about that, man? The 3rd in 3 weeks. Shaq, what you think about that? Ooh, 33? Is that 33, Shaq? Are they throwing them symbols out there or no? They threw the 33 or no? They threw the 33.
Violence Archive tracks mass shootings nationwide. The group defines them as having a minimum of 4 victims shot, either injured or killed, not including the shooter. According to its database, as we mentioned off the top, this is the 3rd mass shooting in the tri-state in just 3 weeks. The other 2 being the shooting in Coreyville.
3rd in 3 weeks. 33. See, that's all I gotta say. I could end it on that note. You know what I'm saying? I'll just end it on that note, Shaq. So look, going back, right? So I'm gonna go back when we were talking about the what's name.
Tonight, we begin with exclusive new video in the murder investigation of a woman found dead inside a trash bag in Kips Bay.
It comes as police have charged a man in connection with the killing. Right now, he has not been arrested for the murder, but for concealing a corpse. CBS 2's Lisa Rosner is live outside the police station in Kips Bay with that new surveillance video. Lisa.
Well, Christina and Dick, that video just adds to the pain of how casually Yasmin Williams' body was tossed to the curb. Police tell us that 55-year-old Chad Irish could be facing more charges tonight.
Exclusive video shows a man in a motorized wheelchair casually dragging what appears to be the same trash bag that 31-year-old Yasmin Williams' lifeless body was found inside of wrapped in a sleeping bag. Friday, police responded to a call of a suspicious package on 27th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues. The medical examiner ruled it homicide, saying Williams was shot in the head. The spot where she was discovered, now a growing memorial.
Yasmin was really a caring person. She was energetic. She knew people around the neighborhood, so she was very loving. So it's pretty sad.
Tuesday, members of the NYPD crime scene unit went to collect evidence from the apartment of 55-year-old Chad Irish, who now faces 1 count of concealment of a human corpse. Sources say the charge stems from him being seen on surveillance video dragging the body, and they are also trying to determine if the murder happened in his apartment. Police sources say Irish, who is on parole, is a prime suspect in the murder.
Definitely should deserve him to be in jail and locked up. Doesn't deserve to come home or none of that.
You feel like it was him?
For sure. Definitely.
How come?
He was always with her, so it definitely got to be him.
Do you know if they were dating or if she was living there or anything like that? Or
Not necessarily, but I know he would bring her home.
Why didn't they? Why are they not talking about what kind of relationship they had? Shaq, you feel what I'm saying? If they had a relationship, why are they not letting us know? Oh, okay, this is the kind of relationship that. Hey, what's going on? What's up? Salute. Rebel Life Boxing. What up, man? Why they not letting us know? Okay, this is the type of relationship they had. They knew each other. The suspect knew her, so that gives us more reason to believe that this might be the suspect. The news is just messy. The news just is there to confuse you, just to throw out all types of just anything. You know, they report these stories with not that much detail on purpose, you know, to keep you to tune in and ratings and just, you know, just service to the family and everybody, right? I mean, that's how, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm just like this is wild right now. But hold up. You're gonna keep playing this.
Like she would go to his house. Yeah, I just know he could be abusive though.
His outrage was shared.
Why is the news okay? If he was abusive, why are they not? For one, why is nobody else saying this? And for two, why is the news not giving you? They're giving you this from somebody that's being interviewed, but why are they not giving you this? Them reporting on this, as far as them doing their journalism, right, and them doing their research on this. Rebel Life Boxing, right. Rebel Life Boxing, I know, huh? That's true, man. I know, right? How does this man in the wheelchair wrap her body up? You know what I mean? And is able to drag it. I mean, that's a lot of strength, dude. Even though he was in that wheelchair.
Monday night, a crowd erupted, attacking Irish as police pulled him out of the building on a gurney and confiscated his dog and wheelchair. Police sources add.
Wait, I'm confused. Rebel Life Boxing, Shaq. So I thought he had a motorized wheelchair. Why is that a regular wheelchair? See, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if this really happened, and then do a disservice and like try to rag on the family or whoever, that's grieving or mourning right now. But I just think that I don't know, man. When I see stuff like this, I'm just like, yeah, you know what I mean?
That on Monday, before his arrest, he allegedly menaced a man with a gun during an argument. So he faces menacing and weapon possession charges in that case, too.
I don't know if this is the actual killer, but how inhumane you're dragging down the block somebody's daughter. You know, he should be lucky that the police got him before that community.
Now, Williams was an aspiring lawyer who was just about to start a new job with the city. Police sources tell us Irish has nearly 24 arrests on his record, mostly drug-related arrests. We're live.
What does that have to put that out there? What if that's not even the person, though? See, the news is just, The news is messy, man. They're like a person of interest, man. You showing the dude and putting him on the news and putting his face on the news and going to his house, and that might not even be the dude. Oh man, they just but see, it's somebody black, so you know what I'm saying. You could do somebody black like that. You could have them looking crazy because they already put us as our mug shots up, and we're always the suspects anyway, according to all them, right? So
they're telling me a nigga, a man in the wheelchair killed somebody and drug a woman's body down the street.
Oh yeah, that's what I was, bro. Watch.
So hold on, Frank. What's the word, bro?
We play this back.
Murder investigation of a woman found dead inside a trash bag in Kips Bay.
It comes as police have charged a man in connection with the killing. Right now, he has not been arrested for the murder, but for concealing a corpse. CBS 2's Lisa Rosner is live outside the police station in Kips Bay with that new surveillance video. Lisa.
Well, Christina and Dick, that video just adds to the pain of how casually Yasmeen Williams' body was tossed to the curb. Police tell us that 55-year-old Chad Irish could be facing more charges tonight. Exclusive video shows a man in a motorized wheelchair casually dragging what appears to be the same trash bag that 31-year-old Yasmeen Williams' lifeless body was found inside of, wrapped.
Yeah.
I ain't the best at the English language, right? But appearing to be the same bag and being the same bag is two different things. Am I right? Two different things. So was that the same bag or was that not the same bag? Because appearing to be and being is two different things. Shaq, this stuff is crazy.
How you charge somebody without arresting them though? How does that work?
You said how you
Is he arrested or is he charged? He just charged. He just the person is the suspect right now. Yeah. So I guess he's on the investigation. He's the one that's on the investigation right now. Okay.
Right. But it's like that doesn't look like, does that look like the same bag though?
Is live outside the police station in Kips Bay with that new surveillance video. Lisa.
Well, Christina and Dick, that video just adds to the pain of how casually Yasmeen Williams' body was tossed to the curb. Police tell us that 55-year-old Chad Irish could be facing more charges tonight. Exclusive video shows a man in a...
Look like the same bag. Don't look like the same bag, do it. That's look like a blue bag, am I right?
Well, it looks like a little blue, but what the first bag look like?
Watch. No, that's the bag they show you. Watch. I'm gonna zoom in right now.
Trash bag in Kips Bay.
It comes as police have charged a man in connection with the killing. Right now, he has not been arrested for the murder, but for concealing a corpse. CBS 2's Lisa Rosner is live outside the police station in Kips Bay with that new surveillance video. Lisa.
But why would you not arrest him for murder then? So do they know who did it? Really did it? Shaq, come on, man, bro. Shaq. I mean, I ain't like Sherlock Holmes or nothing. Why would you not arrest the dude for murder? Do they really know who really did it? Because why are they not arresting him for murder? They just arresting him for concealing a dead body. Well, then why are you not arresting him for murder then if you don't know he did it or not? Does that make sense? You can still charge him for murder and then the charges get dropped if whatever evidence happened. Isn't that how that works? Damn, these motherfuckers this shit is burnt out, dude. I'm gonna play the rest of this shit. It's sad. It's just crazy, man.
Well, Christina and Dick, that video just adds to the pain of how casually Yasmeen Williams' body was tossed to the curb. Police tell us that 55-year-old Chad Irish could be facing more charges tonight. Exclusive video shows a man in a motorized wheelchair casually dragging what appears to be the same trash bag that 31-year-old Yasmeen Williams' lifeless
appears to be.
His body was found in.
Does that look like the same bag?
Shit, I can't even tell, bro. My eyes effed up.
Side of,
wrapped in a sleeping bag. Friday, police responded to a call of a suspicious package on 27th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues. The medical examiner ruled it a homicide, saying Williams was shot in the head. The spot where she was discovered, now a growing memorial.
Yasmin was really a caring person. She was energetic. She knew people around the neighborhood.
Feel like it was him living there or anything like that, or?
Not necessarily, but I know he would bring her home. Like he would those.
His outrage was shared Monday night. A crowd erupted, attacking Irish as police pulled him out of the building on a gurney and confiscated his dog and wheelchair. Police sources add that on Monday, before his arrest, he allegedly menaced a man with a gun during an argument.
Wheelchair, man. Why did they show it a regular wheelchair?
Bro, I'm trying to understand, bro. So they saying the dude that's in a wheelchair killed this chick, bro. Where did they kill him at? Where she got killed at? Where's the primary murder scene at?
From what they just from what the reporter just said right now, they're saying that he's a person of interest, and they're saying that I guess they're charging him for like, you know what I'm saying, concealing or a dead body. But the thing is, my thing is, so do y'all know who really killed him then? Why are you not charging him for murder then? Do they really know who killed her? You see what I'm saying? It makes sense, because he could have possibly still shot her, maybe not wrapped her body up like that, obviously. You see what I'm saying?
Man, for that dude there, man, look here, man. That motherfucker, if anything, he probably had help. If he's a part of that, he had help, bro. He ain't did that shit by himself, bro.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Obviously not, man. The news, I mean, why are they not elaborating on that? Why are they not putting that out there in the news? And you gotta watch the news, man. The media is crazy, bro.
So he faces menacing and weapon possession charges in that case, too.
I don't know if this is the actual killer, but how inhumane you're dragging down the block somebody's daughter. You know, he should be lucky that the police got him before that community.
But what was they at before prior? What was that before prior to this? What the hell was this community prior to this?
Exactly. And then the thing is, so the dude said, the dude with the dreads that they was interviewing, he said that they used to be together, they used to be around together, and they used to be hanging out together, and the guy used to take her home. Why did the news bring that up? That they knew each other, bro. I don't know, man.
So that means if he doesn't bring her home, that means he had some type of
relationship with her, man.
The vehicle he had to be driving had to be like
that's true.
Made for somebody with less mobility, like a handicapped person vehicle, like a van or something.
When the police
or a truck,
they was really detectives and they were smart, you would think that they would be fucking dusting all that bullshit off. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
That shit crazy, man. I don't know. A lot of the stuff kind of don't add up with this story either. We're gonna talk about this dude Ryan Garcia burned up. What Oscar De La Hoya says about this. You know what I'm saying? Look at what Oscar De La Hoya said about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch.
What's your response to the latest commentary of Ryan Garcia with the recent racial epithets spewed yesterday? What's your response to that?
First of all, we at Golden Boy, including myself, we don't condone any, racism and any type of. It's just wrong. It's wrong, and it's not good what he said, and we strongly feel that. I just heard Ryan saying that he's going into rehab. It's a step in the right direction for him.
What does any of that have to do with anything? I could be on Sherm, I could be alcoholic, I could be a crack addict, I could be whatever, hardcore, whatever fucking drug or addiction, whatever. What does that got to do about what I say about other races and other people, bro? Nothing. I don't understand why motherfuckers don't want to hold people accountable. This is a grown ass motherfucking man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker knows, I'm pretty sure he wipes his ass by himself. I'm pretty sure. So you don't gotta hold and coddle this motherfucker like that. Just keep it real. Hey, he fucked that. He said some shit that wasn't cool. Boom. He could have ended that shit like that. Oh, you did all these stupid ass questions. No further comment. Bam. That's it. Boom. Or fuck it. Let's not talk about that bullshit no more. Talk about something else. Talk about something that's gonna make me some. Let's talk about how I'm gonna make some more motherfucking money. Some bullshit like that. But it's a lot of coddling. It's a lot of you know what I'm saying? Accepting bad behavior. You know what I mean? Rewarding people for bad behavior. Not holding people accountable. But if he would have said something about some Creed people, some Jews, it'd have been a rap. It'd have been over with. De La Hoya would have been talking that. He would have been talking that bullshit. He would have been sidestepping like he was in a ring again. He wouldn't have been doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been straightforward. Boom, boom. All right, boom. Bam. We don't condone this about no anti-Semitism. Boom, and it'd have been that. You know what I'm saying? But with us, it's different because we're disposable. We're expendable. We're the people you can talk bad about, so you can feel better about your race or your people. I'm gonna big myself up or talking bad about these people that's been fucked over. But damn, so if we haven't been fucked over, why y'all always talking bad about us? We're in a bad place for a reason, or no? So you're admitting that we're in a bad place, but you don't want to admit that we're in a bad place because these motherfuckers putting us in a bad place. You want to say we're in a bad place because of us. That's corny. That's really corny and shit. You know what I'm saying? When people do shit like that. But
him personally, but yeah, we at Golden Boy, and I've spoken to my partner Bernard Hopkins, and we just don't condone that. It's.
And then your partner, you have a partner. Your partners in Golden Boy or whatever with a black guy, and then you soft shoe like this. You soft shoe, you know what I'm saying? And you tap dance like slight ever so gently like this on this subject, and it's kind of corny. You should be holding the dude accountable. Hey, that's on him. Boom. You know what? Whatever happens, man. He said that. Boom. But now oh man, fucking he's drunk and I think he's going to rehab. By the way, somebody even told me that he was doing this and that, snorting a little coke, doing a little bump. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit got anything to do with the price of tea in China, bro.
It's wrong.
What was your initial reaction when you first heard it?
I wanted to get to the bottom of it, and I started doing research. Where did it come from? Was it him saying it? Was it him, on Twitter? Was it so?
Oh my God. Research. What is there to do research on? The motherfucker said it, bam. See, that's what I'm talking about. But if that was somebody black saying some, saying something about some Mexican boxers, it'd have been a totally different ball game. That would have been one accountability. They didn't want to curse your motherfucker out, call all black people racist and shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, you know what I'm saying? That's just this dude saying this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, but I haven't really heard too much of other Mexican boxers saying and doing racist shit like that. I could be wrong. But this doesn't look good for y'all. Y'all should just say this is a bad look. And I don't want to say it, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Now he's going to lose money, supposedly, maybe, but he's still going to make money in other places and other avenues. Let's not bullshit ourselves. Just by saying what he's saying about, you know what I mean? But I hope it was worth it. That's my thing, Everybody got their right to their opinion, but see, I'm not surprised though that motherfuckers think this way about us. I'm not surprised at all. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sure.
And I thought they expelled him from the boxing. From that.
They did and shit. Because like where I'm from, like the part, you know what I'm saying, in California where I'm at, it's not. It's like that with regular people. So he's a regular motherfucker. He don't gangbang. So I guess he counts. He's not a street guy. So, you know what I'm saying? He counts. But the street dudes, they don't really be racist like that. You know what I'm saying? But regular motherfuckers and shit, yeah, it'd be like that. But it's interesting, man, how, you know what I mean? How he just played himself. You know what I mean? But Oscar, I'm not surprised that Oscar De La Hoya caping like that.
Think about this.
Just soft shoeing.
There's a lot.
Giving him like basically making excuses for him, man.
There's a lot that Devin Haney hasn't accomplished in the sport of boxing.
Right.
He's under
last, few days. I lost a lot of respect for him because one, we have a fight. The world is tuning in. So look how much media here. Look how many people are here to watch us. So it's like I'm a true professional. I try to be professional in everything I do. And I'm not saying that, I come from, my dad, he has not made the best choices in life, but he molded me to be the man that I am today. And that's why I always try to, come off the best way I can to give the fans and the kids and the people, lead by a better example. On the other hand, we got this guy who's doing the complete opposite. And like I said, I don't know where he comes from. I don't know. Okay, but listen, slow down, cutie. Whatever he's going through, whatever he's going through.
Okay, so why is it, my thing is this? Look, I just think that was, man, it's just kind of rude and it was unprofessional of the moms to be acting like that. You know what I'm saying? While he was talking, I trash talk you. It's funny because Ryan Garcia ain't saying nothing. Why is the moms jumping at her body and saying stuff, yelling and disrespect, just interrupting what he got to say? I just thought that was kind of like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a grown-ass man and this is another grown-ass man. Why can't they talk trash or, you know what I'm saying, say their opinions about each other without somebody? I thought that was kind of whack. I know that's moms and, that's he probably a mama's boy, but come on.
Whatever you're doing behind closed doors, I love you. Man, would you like to come up and talk? This is Ryan Garcia's mom. Okay. All right.
Let me ask you. Listen, when you were the judge and the referee and everything that you guys did in LDB, and come on, Bill. No, wait. No, because you know what? Hey, you pissed.
Okay, so see now, Pops is over here tripping. Pops is over here talking, just doing low blows. You was a pimp and you was this and that. I mean, the Pops is Devin Hanley's Pops. You know what I'm saying? He was just messing around, man. He got into it too, but he was just trying to clown. This was like, weren't you? You seem like you was a referee and everything. He did or something. And the judge. You know what I mean? I mean, that was just some. You know what I mean? But for you to, you was a pimp before, and come on, bro. So I'm better. You're better than me now. Okay, so now we going to low blows, and now we going into personal, like name calling and shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was kind of corny too. I'm not really feeling the Pops either, man. You know what I'm saying? I just thought the Pops was kind of corny for that too, man. You was a pimp before. Oh shit, you was a motherfucker. Oh shit, nigga, you was a drug dealer. Like low key burnt out. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers is better than other motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean? I just hate when people do shit like that. Oh, you were this and that. But damn, dude, okay, but he's coaching his son that's a fucking champion boxer, bro. So fuck all that pimp shit. So it's funny, it don't matter. I noticed with especially with us black people, it don't matter how far you get or how much or whatever the fuck or how high you climbed or whatever and how much you made it. It's still always somebody that's gonna hit you with the you was doing this before, you wasn't this or this and that. And it's just like, bro, I'm not doing it now for one, and for two, I'm doing good for myself when I'm doing something positive. So you bringing up the fact that I was a pimp, what the fuck is that? I don't know. That's some like little kid shit. But like I said, the parents nowadays, I just think parents and I think adults, man, they're just mad immature, bro. This is a different era, man. Back in the day, at our time, man, you know what I'm saying? At least the parents were a little bit more fucking, I don't know, I had a little bit more of the ball, bro. Like, just, I don't know. But I mean, people are people,
Listen, no. Weren't you a pimp? Okay. You were a pimp.
Oh, salute. What up?
When Vince Haney visited Brian, he brought me the two girls around him. Okay. He's just a pimp. What I'm showing the world is what you're supposed to do as a father, no matter what you make choices. What you see 100% product of a guy that made a lot of bad choices, but he's standing right here. What you have in them, they're acting like they're imposters. No, they're a great family, the Garcias. They've been in boxing. He was a 15-time amateur champion. What you're saying is wrong. You're creating a narrative that's different than what we are. We are a father and son team that stayed down, and we don't do it. You said all this pimp shit. No. But I don't respect the man with the toupee over there, your husband, because he's bringing up the bullshit. Now, how you gonna keep it real?
You're a nappy head.
Nappy head. That sounds like some racist shit.
Hey, that's what he's looking like. That's what he's looking like. I'm sorry.
Look at the black dude right. I don't know if that's the handler, the brother that's right beside him. Not saying nothing, looking stupid, low-key smiling. See, that's what I'm talking about. When somebody disrespects one of us, there's somebody on the sideline taking pictures of some shit or like videotaping it or recording it or some shit instead of calling it out. They sell like really on some, I don't know, bitch made shit kind of like, and dude just on the sideline just checking him. You probably supposed to be his handler. Shaq, what you think?
Man, in the game, baby.
What'd you say?
The games.
It's games, huh?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? For him to be like, oh, you're a nappy head, like that's all you got. Like, it always has to be some shit like that. It always has to be some shit to where I'm gonna insult your race instead of just being I'm gonna insult you or I'm just gonna clown you. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, us African Americans, we have more coarse hair than
We be explaining ourselves. Let's burn.
Than you Latinos, but that don't make our hair nappy. But that does not make our hair nappy. So don't get it confused. I don't care about all facts, whatever you got to say. At the end of the day, we're African Americans. We have a different course of hair. That does not mean that our hair is nappy. Right, look. These people are not who you guys think they are. These guys talking about nappy hair. In what world is that okay to talk about a black man's hair? We're talking about a toupee. We did not ever say about a black hair. Let's move on.
Yeah, man, these motherfuckers, bro. What you? Yeah, well, Derek didn't say. Derek should have been like, man, chill, man, or like, what's up with you? But I guess that's probably like you were saying, that's his trainer. Well, I guess he's probably trained Garcia. He's probably trained with that family. So I see what you're saying, but at least say something or move your hand or check the dude real quick. Hey, man, or something. I don't know. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But I just thought that was kind of whack, man, the whole thing. But like Shaq said, it is games, man. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying? Just like with Joe Biden saying that he's a black woman. What's up with Joe Biden nowadays, man? Just like they acting like something's not wrong with Joe Biden. What's up with that? Something's wrong with Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, crazy, but see, that was a game. How he said Joe Biden said he was a black woman too. That was all state. That was some bullshit right there too, though. You know what I'm saying? That was some shit to dog whistle to the black women voters and shit. Oh, but I said that too, and then what's the name said that on the show? I'm like, I said that earlier on the show earlier too, man. It's like,
I remember as a Catholic kid
see through the line, read through the lines. You know what I'm saying?
growing up in an area where we didn't like Catholics didn't get. I'm the first president elected statewide in the state of Delaware when I was a kid. Well, you know, I looked at John Kennedy and said, well, he got elected. Why can't I get elected? By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, served with a black president.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly don't, you know, he's not. I don't know, man. This dude about to be 80 something. No, he is 80, 81, huh? Wow. Yeah, man. But see, they pushed the limit. See, this is the thing, man. See, they pushed the limit for Obama to get in there too. Don't get it twisted. But see, now they're pushing the limit for him to get back in there because they know damn well he's too old and he's not mentally up to it. But then Obama, they pushed him in there because he came from out of nowhere. Obama, fuck is this guy? Shaq, you feel me? And then you can learn his backstory way fucking after the fact. Oh shit, his fucking people from his dad is Kenyan, his mom's fucking where the fuck she was, European or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, you know. You said you'll take him. Make some coin. You really take him over Trump, bro? Yeah, I don't agree with that, man. I wouldn't take him over Trump. But you know what I'm saying? I would never take him over Trump, bro. He's just, I mean, what we see now is just really not good. You know what I'm saying? Really bad. Inflation rate is, I've seen it like this, bro. This shit's really bad. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? All 4 years just been like really fucking. And then this dude like does shit for everybody else but us and shit. It's like, wow. Like, see, you don't reward bad behavior. You don't reward bad behavior. You haven't done nothing for me. I'm not going to do nothing for you. That's how that works. Joe Biden, all this bullshit, has not did one thing for black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, not one, bro. Like, oh, I awarded a black, what the fuck? Somebody, a Supreme Court justice. That's a black woman. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, we used to be this shit back in the day, though, dude. Like, see, they fucked up our history, man. They fucked up our history, dude. They fucked up our history bad and shit. You know what I mean? Our history real fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, they got it to where they did everything and they're the faces of everything, and we're not, even though we were here first and shit. You know what I'm saying? Word, man. But listen to this dude. We're gonna go into The View, man. The View. That's why I'm proud of watching The View, because I remember where I used to work. They used to play that in the break room. We used to watch that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, right? They used to watch that. And the shit that the agenda that The View pushes is just crazy, man. They just push a liberal agenda. They got a couple of bras on there talking about the Democrat, a Republican or conservative, whatever, right? They is just it's always, you feel what I'm saying, Shaq? It's always, they always push Democrat, right? That I already don't feel that. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna be with somebody that's already always pushing Republican, because a lot of that shit is the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, The View is just biased. You know, they always when you'll be on there and you'll be talking about something or for this person or for this person, and then they'll try to jump on you, like, and you're supposed to be their guest. Like, how am I your guest and you're trying to jump on me and scold me for who I like or who I don't like? Like, that shit is weird. Why did you invite me on here for it? Like, just to like try to tell me who I should or shouldn't vote for? That's just The View. I could never do The View, man. I don't see why a lot of women like that shit. But that's for women, older women. You're for older women. You know what I'm saying? But I just see the bias in that show. But I'm gonna play
the first black woman in the Supreme Court. There's just so much that we can do, because together there's nothing. Look, this is the United States of America.
Did he say America? Huh? Hey, look. I vote for any of them though. Just you don't do one sided. You don't do, oh, this person's not gonna give me nothing tangible reparations, so I'm not gonna vote him in, but I'm gonna vote him in. So don't vote neither one of them in, because neither one of them ain't gonna give us reparations. Neither is he. He ain't gonna give us no reparations. He's not. None of them are for reparations. The Democrats, none of them are for reparations. Obama wasn't for reparations. None of these people are for reparations. None of them. I heard of Tom Sire, whoever the fuck, who is, you got to be careful with him too, because he's a donor. You got to be careful. He's a billionaire. What's her name? Shaq Marion Williamson. Who else? There's a couple other motherfuckers talking about reparations. That's it. None of them motherfuckers gonna never be president. Let's keep it 100. Trump or Biden are not gonna give reparations. You know what I'm gonna vote for? I'm not voting for neither one of these motherfuckers, bro. I gave up on that. I'm not gonna keep getting. You know what I'm saying? Shaq, what were we talking about on the show earlier? The electoral college, and you see how they try to get you earlier. But I came into like he was saying the same shit you just said, bro. Did you see that Shaq earlier on the show? How they try to get you? You heard what I said? Shaq, you there?
Yep.
Remember on the show earlier how they try to get you on the how you were saying that about the electoral college and all that, and somebody was saying the same thing. You said, "Oh, the devil," like he just said the same shit. You just said, you feel me?
They be trying,
But anyway, but I was just like saying, like you were just saying, it's all about the electoral college. It doesn't go to Trump. It don't work like that. It don't work. Oh, if you don't vote the Trump vote, it does not work like that in real life. It does not. It don't go like that. And even if it does, so what if Trump wins again? What are you gonna? I mean, I don't get it. What's the fear? What's the scare? Your life is gonna be the same fucking way. It probably shit. Everything's gonna probably shit. Shit's probably gonna be a little cheaper. I know under him the first time the shit was cheap as a man. Gas, everything was down. I don't know. My thing is with this shit, this whole establishment needs to be shut down again, bro. This whole you feel what I'm saying, Shaq? United States corporation needs to be shut down, bro. It needs to be burned. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be tore down, dude, and restarted again. You know what I'm saying? And it needs to go back to the public, the republic. You feel what I'm saying, Shaq? You know what I'm saying? It gotta be up with the republic. You feel me? You feel me, Mason Capone? Look that up. The United States Corporation. This is a corporation that this is. All right, man. We're going to the View now, man. We already showed you how crazy Joe Biden is. We're going back to the View. All right. Whoopi Goldberg is a fucking idiot. All right, so how you spell her name? Crazy name. Whoop. Let me see. I just wear poop pants. Poop pants. You feel what I'm saying? These motherfuckers talking about shit and shit. These motherfuckers is crazy. They done lost their goddamn mind, bro. Man, are you serious, bro? I'll be right back. I gotta come back in. This shit.
Yeah, because I can't hear audio.
This shit is acting dumb again. So I'll be right back. Yeah, man. I'm back on it. Can y'all hear me? That shit was tripping, man. That shit was acting crazy. Y'all can hear me, right? Mike, check. Shaq, can you hear me? Yo. Yo. Hold up. Can y'all hear me? Yo, 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 yo. Okay, I gotta play it. I'll play this. Let me see. All right, fair use 1976 under section 107. This gives me or fair use to report on this video for commentation and educational purposes. All right, so we're gonna play this real quick.
He can't put a sentence together, show me he can't do the job, and then
Why would you vote for somebody that can't put a sentence together, bro? What the fuck? Wow, man. Wow. See, you know the dangerous thing about this right here makes you not makes you not have common sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes people that use their common sense and questions sit just think, oh, okay, yeah, you know, well, what is she right? You know what I'm saying? Second guess themselves. This lady, why would you vote for somebody, honestly, bro? And why would you think that somebody could do the job if they can't put a sentence together? Really, bro? People crazy, man. Let's go.
I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. I have poopy days all the time. I step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Now, I'm not running the world, but I don't know anybody who doesn't step in stuff at some point.
Crazy. Shaq, man, I don't know, man. Now we're gonna play it here. I didn't like that was burned. I didn't think it was gonna play. I wanna get like somebody else, like you know what I'm saying, TD or somebody, you know what I'm saying? TD, my bad, y'all. Well, I'm gonna play a little bit from here.
God loves you.
From TD Hip Hop, man. Y'all make sure you subscribe to his channels. You know what I mean? He be spitting some facts, man. He's a good channel. Y'all check him out.
Your life on earth matters and has purpose. Meet with missionaries like us to learn what God has
here. And shout out to College of Natural Health and Science, BDA,
for 4 months of service. I appreciate your 4 months of service. Saying supporting this AI Russian bot grifter is an honor. I appreciate you because you all know me. I'm a Russian bot spreading misinformation. You all know that I'm, an artificial intelligence powered by ChatGPT, programmed by Putin and the Russians. You know what I mean? Just here to push misinformation on YouTube. That's all. That's all. Nothing too crazy. Just pushing misinformation. But let's get into it, man. I came across this video, and it's of Whoopi Goldberg. She said she doesn't care if Biden poops on himself. She's still gonna vote for Biden. And I didn't finish watching the entire video. I think it's kind of like around 2 minutes long.
Oh, man.
All I needed to hear was her say, I don't care if Biden poops himself. I said, you know what? I've heard enough. We're going live. We're going live. But before we do that, I want to get into this other clip. I want to get into another clip, and I want to speak on this one right here, because this is actually very interesting. It's a little bit more interesting than Whoopi Goldberg's pooping, comment, right? But this comes from obviously our favorite news studio, MSDNC. The show is called The Last Word with Lawrence O'Donnell. And in this clip here, it really just goes to show how bad the DNC is doing right now as far as them just being in complete shambles over the Biden debate. It really highlights how bad they're doing and how they're just in such disarray. Because what he's going to suggest here for a debate moving forward is that because Biden's performance was so poor, for lack of, to say the very least, right? Because his performance was so poor and bad, what needs to happen moving forward with all debates, right? Because they want to make sure that they frame it as if it's not just about Biden. But what needs to happen moving forward, all presidential debates moving forward, is that they should be able to have staff on stage with them to help them answer the questions in case they're not speaking clearly. They should have their full staff, everybody mic'd up, so that they can help the president or the presidential, hopeful, let's say in this case, Donald Trump. They should have their staff on stage with them. That sounds completely ridiculous and nonsensical. But like I said, things are so bad that they're proposing foolishness and nonsense like this to the likes of which we've never seen before. So I want to get into this clip first before we get into Whoopi Goldberg talking about poop. All right, let's jump into this very quickly.
To allow the candidates to have as many staff as they want, join them on the stage throughout the debate, and make sure that all of them have microphones.
That's crazy. As many staff members as they want. So you can have the whole crew on stage with you, everybody in your staff on stage with you, everybody mic'd up like the Wu-Tang Clan. You could have the whole Wu-Tang Clan on stage with you to help you answer questions. That sounds completely crazy and ridiculous.
And the candidates should be allowed to turn to their staffs and confer with them about anything at any time in the debate. And we should be able to hear everything they say, so we can hear if the candidate has competent or incompetent staff. We could hear the candidate overrule some advisors and say something else. We could watch the candidates actually think and process information, including possibly information that they might not know.
This is completely nonsensical. Like Rob said, shout out to Black Light Revelations 2. Let's make a cheat sheet and we just won't call it cheating. That's literally what this is. Whoever's running for president, Biden and Trump aside, you should be able to answer questions on the fly as it pertains to what you're going to do when you become president. You shouldn't have the entire Wu-Tang Clan with you on stage during your debate to help you answer questions. If you, as an individual who are running for president, can't answer kind of the most basic questions concerning who you are, what you're about, and what you're going to do once you've been in office, or if you have been in office already before, in the case of both of these candidates, this is what I've done in my presidency, and this is why I'm so much better than him. If you can't answer those questions on your own, then you have no business running for president. Period. You shouldn't need, like I said, the entire Wu-Tang Clan on stage with you to help you answer questions. But let's carry on. Let's keep listening to what this man has to say, Lawrence O'Donnell.
Until a staff member tells them or reminds them. A candidate should be allowed to let staff members actually answer questions for them, just as the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, answers questions on behalf of the president around the world, as has every Secretary of State in history. That's the way the presidency actually works.
Imagine a presidential debate where Karine Jean-Pierre had to step in for Joe Biden. That sounds completely ludicrous. What he's proposing sounds completely nonsensical and completely ludicrous.
The presidency does not involve oral exams and memory quizzes. The president is allowed to forget what the marginal income tax rate is on couples filing jointly with an income of $150,000.
You see what he's saying, he's being disingenuous. You're allowed to forget things, right? I forget things all the time, midstream sometimes while I'm talking. I haven't done it in a while, actually. I've been pretty good with that. But if you've been subscribed to this channel long enough, you remember some of my live streams, I'll just trail off and I'll do the Joe Biden. I start talking and all of a sudden I forget what I was talking about. I started trailing off about something else. It happens. That's a completely different thing than consistently trailing off into no man's land every time you try to answer every single question that comes your way. It's one thing to lose your train of thought every now and then. It's a whole nother thing for us to have. I can sit up here. If I wanted to be a jerk, I could take this live stream to put together a 2-hour long, like, what's it called, montage or something of all of Biden's gaffes concerning him in the middle of answering a question. He's talking, and then while he's talking and he's trying to answer the question, he just I mean it. You know what I mean? Like, I could do that right now if I wanted to. That shouldn't be the case. And if that's the case, then you don't have any business running for office, let alone having a whole bunch of people on stage with you answering questions on your behalf, because mentally you're not there.
There's always someone in the room who knows the answer to that kind of thing, which, by the way, is 22%. And I don't know that because I used to write tax law and I memorized all the tax brackets. I know that because I just looked it up. That's the way governing works. People are allowed to look up whatever fact they need whenever they need it. And they're allowed to forget those facts when they don't need it, because they'll always be able to retrieve those facts one way or another when they do need it.
So basically, you should be able to ask Google for assistance in the middle of a live debate. Imagine that. Imagine in the middle of a live debate, Trump versus Biden 2. Because I think they do have another debate scheduled. Whether that's still going to happen, who knows, right? But like all of a sudden, like, Biden pulls the phone out and says, "Hey Siri," and asks a question, concerning taxes or whatever the case may be, or "Hey Google," you know what I mean? "Hey Alexa," you start asking Alexa, you tap into your lifeline. That's completely nonsensical and ridiculous. Phone a friend, exactly. Denny and Grant, phone a friend. He wants to phone. He wants Biden should be able to phone a friend in the middle of a live debate. That is completely ridiculous.
Well, see, I see what he's saying. I'm not gonna say they're getting desperate, nothing like that, but I'm just saying, because they already know that the Electoral College really decides. But I just think what they're doing is it's all show, man. It's to keep the people riled up, get the people's attention, get the people mad, sad, glad, happy. Right. So that's all it is, at the end of the day.
Or they should always be allowed to ask nearby experts or advisors for that fact. That's the way it works. That's the way it works for senators. That's the way it works for presidents, members of Congress, mayors, city councilors.
Completely ridiculous. Shout out to College of Natural Health and Science, BDA, for coming through with the super chat, being the first person to contribute to today's stream. I appreciate you, College of Natural Health Science, BDA, who said, let me try whatever it is that he's smoking, right? He's smoking on something good and smoking on something strong.
Tired of mediocre ads? Tired of paying fortune for ads? Need high conversion ads fast? Switch to adgpt.com. Create
to suggest something as ridiculous and nonsensical as what he just stated as it pertains to presidential debates. Once again, if you're running for office and even especially the president of the United States, and you can't even answer some of the most basic questions as it pertains to your record, as it pertains to what you're going to do moving forward, as it pertains to just why you're better than the next man. If you can't answer those questions,
man. See these, you know, and these people are still going to be at the end of the day, even though a lot of these they puppets, but they're still going to be having to answer certain questions, right? They're still going to be, at the end of the day, you know, certain events could happen if they were the president. They still would have to answer the questions, would know how to deal with things, conflict resolution, all that. They make it seem like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
questions on your own, I mean, then you just have no business running, because mentally your faculties aren't there. You're just not here. So why are you running?
Put a sentence together.
Remember when you were a kid, or if you have children now, you sit on a skateboard and you just kind of push yourself out like this. Could you imagine Joe Biden coming out in the next debate on a skateboard, doing this, wheeling himself out? That's what she stated. That's what she said. She doesn't care if that's what he does. She would vote for him anyway. She gave a whole bunch of silly examples like that, nonsensical examples like that, saying that if he did this, if he did that. I think she even said something to the degree of, I don't care if Biden was in a coma, I would still vote for him. It's insane, to say the very least. But this honestly takes the cake, just because it's completely ridiculous and nonsensical. So let's get into it. Let me pull this Whoopi Goldberg clip up right now.
I have my 2 cents because I wasn't here on the day that y'all talked about it. I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. Now,
if he poops his pants and he can't put a sentence together, that pretty much tells you that he can't do the job. That's what that says. Let's take that from the top again, because like she really said this. She really said, I don't care if he poops his pants. Have you ever seen this level of delusional justification on live national television for a presidential candidate before? I've never seen anything like this before. This is quite possibly the craziest, most ridiculous election that I've ever witnessed in my life, right? I've never seen anything like the justification for Biden's bad performance, the way everyone's jumping through hoops and hurdles, just struggling to justify voting for him. You don't care if he poops his pants? What are you talking about? Let's run that back one more time. Let's take it from the top. Let's take it from the top. And shout out to Black Free Thinker for your 1 month of service. I appreciate you, Black Free Thinker. He stated, good evening. Glad to be a part of this. I'm glad that you are a part of this, Black Free Thinker, and I'm glad that you're here. Let's get into this. Let's run it back. Let's hear this pooping conversation coming from Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm just going to add my 2 cents because I wasn't here on the day that y'all talked about it. I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. Now, he had a bad night the first time that he went out and debated with Kamala Harris. And everybody wanted him to quit that and say, you can't talk to women like this. You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. He came back, said, you know what? I got it. And gave 4 years. So, yeah, I have poopy days all the time. I step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Now, I'm not running the world.
And there you go. I should just stop the video there. She said, I have poopy days all the time. She's tried to like spin it and make.
Wow, man. You can't make this up, man. I'm going to play the rest of this. I'm going to get off.
Because I think she realized how ridiculous what she said was. So now she has to kind of spin it and make things sound a little bit better. You know, you can't. So she said, I have poopy days all the time. I step and poop all the time. But what's the key thing that she said afterwards? but I'm not the one running the world. Exactly. You're not the one running the world. You're not. The person who's running the world should not be pooping on themselves. Okay. The person who's running the world should not be pooping on themselves. And here's the other thing too. I've actually seen an example of this before, and I don't want to joke on this too much because this is kind of it's an innocent man. I'm not going to say his name. I don't even remember what his name is, but just quick side story, right? Years ago, I used to work at a pharmacy, right? I used to work at a pharmacy years ago. It was Rite Aid, to be exact. It was a Rite Aid, long time ago. There was this old man who used to come into the store, almost every day. Yeah, I'd see him a couple times a week. A couple times a week, he used to come into the store. I remember one day he came into the store and he needed to use the restroom, right? So he goes to the back. You had to go through the stock room, right, to get to the restroom. You wanted to go to the bathroom, right? So he goes, whatever. Fast forward a little bit, maybe a couple minutes later, I see him walking out. He's leaving the stock room now, walking out of the store. And he's like, he has a limp to him. He's like limping a little bit, kind of like awkwardly. And mind you, I'll never forget this. He was wearing all white. He was wearing all white shirt, white pants. And I remember seeing all this like brown on his pants when he was leaving. But I didn't think anything of it at the time because I couldn't fathom that he did what obviously you all can come to the conclusion that he just did. There's no way that happened. So he's leaving out the store with brown on his white pants and he limps out. I'm like, okay, that's weird, but I'm not thinking what we all know happened. And then I see my manager run to the back with a bag of kitty litter.
Yeah, man.
Right in front. I was gonna connect, found out what happened. I was like, damn, you can fire off and you can, do the things you need to do. Just their president. Matter of fact, I know there was a president. I can't think of the president's name right now. Where are my history buffs at? Did we have a president who was in a wheelchair? It's like a long time ago. Like what, like the 1920s or something like that, 1930s. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, we had a president. I can't think of his name, but he was sick. I don't know if he had Parkinson's or something like that. But he was in a wheelchair, if I remember correctly. He was in a wheelchair. Somebody help me out with that. Was it Roosevelt? I see. Okay, it was FDR. Okay, it was Roosevelt. FDR. Yeah, he was in a wheelchair. So being in a wheelchair doesn't disqualify you from, being or was it somebody said Woodrow Wilson? FDR. Everybody's saying FDR. Okay, so it's FDR. So he was in a wheelchair. So once again, being in a wheelchair, having some sort of, just disability, that doesn't disqualify you from being president. Even if you couldn't keep your bowel movements together, and you needed depends, even that doesn't disqualify you. That's not Biden's issue. Biden's issue is that mentally he's not here.
Right.
He doesn't have his mental faculties in order. That's what disqualifies him. So now let's get back into this clip here concerning Joe Biden poop and running for president. Let's get back into what Whoopi Goldberg has to say.
The one plugin that I want to showcase here is this bad boy. It's called the God Particle. The only thing that you really
Step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Now, I'm not running the world.
Exactly.
But I don't know anybody who doesn't step in stuff at some point. So I'm just simply saying, there are two debates. And if he can't do what he needs to do for the second debate, I'll join any crew that says get rid of him. But loyalty to me, if you are doing the job, I might not like everything you're doing. I don't like it all. But I'm going to stand behind you like those guys stand behind the guy who should have been the person people were talking about saying, yeah, Biden had a bad day, but this guy couldn't tell the truth if it split his lip. But nobody said that, but Anna said that.
No one's going to say that because that would have to come from the people within his party. That would have to come from the people within his party. You see, that's a horrible example to make because it goes to show just how badly the Dems are doing and how much in shambles they are, because it's not even Republicans that are calling for Biden to step down. The RNC, they're not calling for Biden to step down. They want him to run. Republicans are like, nah, keep him. They're like, nah, keep him. It's your people. It's your party. It's the DNC. It's your folks that are calling for him to step down. So bringing Trump into the equation is irrelevant. It has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with nothing. Your own people, your own party members are calling for him to step down because of what they saw in that debate. There's no reason for the RNC to demand and call for Trump to step down. There isn't any logical reason for them to have him do that. So her comparison there is just, it's a false equivalence. It just doesn't make sense what she's saying.
I believe, or something. She's not quite as colorful as I am. But the question now
Give me a chance.
The question now is, because lots of Democrats are coming out saying, oh, find somebody else. But when we tried to do that with DT, this is my new way of just describing him. When we said, listen, he shouldn't be on the ballot. Everybody said, no.
That's because you guys are anti-democracy. That's why you're saying he shouldn't be on the ballot. The people who scream the most about democracy is on the ballot, democracy is on the line, they are the most anti-democratic people in the country.
We said, listen, he shouldn't be on the ballot. Everybody said, no. The people chose him. We can't take him off the ballot. Well, I don't understand why anybody thinks it's going to be any easier to take Biden off the ballot.
Did the people really choose Biden?
Hell no.
Democrats didn't even have a choice. At the time, you had Marianne Williamson. Nobody's going to vote for her anyways. But Marianne Williamson and RFK Jr., who were both running as Democrats. You also had a member of the DNC leadership team, Dean Phillips, right? Some of you all remember Dean Phillips. I spoke about him once before. Dean Phillips was running as a Democrat. There were no debates. You guys wouldn't run Biden against these guys to primary, so see if you get him primary, right? So how do you even say that the people chose him as it pertains to Democrats? Democrats didn't have a choice but to vote Biden because there was nobody else running. RFK got so frustrated with the Democrats that he left and became an independent because they wouldn't allow him to debate. They wouldn't put RFK Jr. on an equal level playing field with Joe Biden and Marianne Williamson so that they can debate it out in democratic fashion.
You hear that? That's interesting. You hear that? But see, that's how they rigged that because they know Joe Biden is not strong. He's weak. You know what I'm saying? They know Joe Biden. Let's just keep it real. Joe Biden is not the smartest man. You know what I'm saying? Like them dudes, man. I mean, from according, I haven't heard too much bad things about against RFK as far as like his intelligence and what he knows. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying he would probably wash Joe Biden in the debate. And how come they didn't want to see that? The establishment already picks. That lets you know they already pick who they want to pick.
And let the people decide on who they wanted. They didn't want the people to decide because God forbid they would have picked RFK Jr. So you can't even say, once again, you can't use that Trump example. The example that she gave concerning Trump is that people said you can't take Trump off the ballot because the people selected him. But on the side of the Republicans concerning primaries, the people did select him. There was a wide array of people they had to go up against. Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tim Scott, and the names go on and on, right? Who did Biden go up against? He didn't go up against anybody. It was just him. So did the people actually choose him on the Democrat side? No, they didn't choose him. So the same way they didn't choose him, you should be able to easily get rid of him without people on the DNC side getting upset. Because what would you be upset about? You didn't actually choose him anyways. So once again, this is another false equivalent. This is a false comparison that she's making here concerning Trump versus Biden. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's wildly disingenuous and just completely ridiculous, if you ask me. And with all that being said, approaching the 28-minute mark, that does it for today's stream. We're going to shut it down right here. I want to take a moment to...
That was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TD Hip Hop. Subscribe to the channel and check out his channel, man. Yeah, man. So, I just... It just make you not even want to participate in it. Well, I'm not going to fuck with it, but anyway. But, you know, as far as, you know, all that, it just makes you not even want to mess with it, man. You know what I'm saying? To participate in none of it. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to get off this bad boy. Let me see. Let me play something else real quick. I'm out. Oh, my bad. Let me go back to TD Hip Hop real quick. And I'm gonna play the I'm gonna go back to TD Hip Hop. I'm gonna play the them talking about what's her name? Sonny Halston's another one. Chill, bro.
A douche, a really, really big douche. Okay, so let's get into that right now, man. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We're going to jump into this right now. Let's check out what Sunny had to say. We'll let her take it from the top.
Been so conflicted all morning, as most of you know.
Rewind that back from the top. She's been conflicted all morning.
I didn't say anything the first segment because I've been so conflicted all morning, as most of you know. You know, I think it would be naive and I think it would be dishonest for us to say that this president that we are looking at is the same person that we looked at in 2020. I think it would be dishonest for us to look at him and his performance now and his performance across the board, really, not in terms of policy and what he's gotten done, but when he speaks and his appearances, that this is the same man that was Barack Obama's vice president for 8 years. And it would be dishonest for us to look at his record as a senator, which is a darn good record, and say,
that's hilarious. His record as a senator, which is a darn good record.
You can't hear me? You can't hear my voice? Yo, mic check. Can you hear me now or what? Okay, for sure.
Now that is hilarious, but I won't pontificate over that. I've done that many times. Let's just let Sunny be.
Yeah, you know, people like this also too. I don't know if she's like Haitian or something, or I don't know, or mixed or something. I don't know. But that's another thing too. You know, a lot of these people, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess she identifies as black. I don't know what, but you know, they throw out this, oh, you know, America ain't ready for a black woman is black. And it's just like, for one, a woman, period, for one. You know what I'm saying? For two, it's just mad division. Oh, America ain't ready, you know, for a black woman, and it's just America ain't ready for a real, actual black president, period. You know what I'm saying? So-called black president. Somebody that's going to actually bring us some tangibles.
Bury herself.
that is the same man that we are looking at today. And that concerns me, okay? But what I will say is, they say behind every great man is a great woman.
Stop right there. That's reserved for a man's wife. It's not reserved for your female coworker. Okay, and that's who Kamala Harris is to Joe Biden. Kamala Harris is Joe Biden's female coworker. Behind every great man is a great woman. That is a saying that is meant for your wife. It is not meant for your homegirl that you work with. And that's what Kamala Harris is to Joe Biden. She's the homie. So you're already misusing that statement. But anyways, go on ahead. Let's let her bury herself.
They say behind every great man is a great woman. Kamala Harris as Anna said, is prepared. She's ready. She's presidential. She spoke at the Essence Festival this weekend. I think we have a clip. I want to show it very quickly.
We're not going to play that clip. All she did was give the regular spiel of saying Donald Trump is a 34-time convicted felon. He wants to be a dictator on day one. There's going to be a bloodbath and a host of other just nonsensical, they're going to put you back in change moment. That's literally all that she said in the Essence Fest. She's giving her credit as being presidential because she simply was able to remember her "they're going to put you all back in chains" script.
They're going to put you all back in chains.
So because Kamala Harris was able to remember her script without giggling and laughing like she always does when she has to speak, apparently that makes her presidential. But once again, Sunny, take it away.
Festival this weekend. I think we have a clip. I want to show it very quickly. Okay, she's presidential. She's ready. She can assume it. So if he cannot complete a 4-year term, we know that we are protected. I will say this. I am uncomfortable with him stepping down because I don't know that this country will vote for a Black woman.
The very first time I heard her say that, I had to get up off my chair and walk away. I had to walk off. America is not ready for Black girl magic. We're just not ready for it. Especially not an Indian woman who's passing as being Black. We're definitely not ready for that.
If this country could not vote for Hillary Clinton, one of the most decorated and successful politicians and people in the world, I don't know that Kamala Harris can beat a convicted felon. One more thing that I will.
All right, let's unpack all that she was saying. Let's unpack this, right? Let's unpack everything Sunny was saying, because I have a few articles that I want to go through, and I'm going to go through them rather quickly. And yes, the links to all of these articles is already in the description box below. So if you want to read them in their entirety, if you want to share them with other people, it's there for you to click on and to share with other folks. But you know, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let me pull this up very quickly. Let's talk about Kamala Harris's Blackness. Right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about her passing as Black, because she is passing as Black. Kamala Harris is an Indian woman raised by her Indian family in her Indian culture. By and large, she did not have a really strong relationship with her father, who is Jamaican. Some people say he's not Jamaican, but I'm not going to get into all that with everyone. That's not anything that I ever actually looked into, his Jamaican authenticness or him being authentically Jamaican. But we're just going to roll with that he's Jamaican, right? But she wasn't raised with him. She was raised with her Indian family and her Indian culture, and her family's Indian culture, right? And the fact that she's passing as Black is so obvious when you go through her Wikipedia page. And I've done this a couple times before in the past. I'm going to do this right now because I have never seen ever in my life, in the history of Wikipedia, with all of the biographies that I've read on here and biographies of Black people, which Kamala Harris is apparently supposed to be, right? I've never seen a Wikipedia page try so hard and desperately to sell you on another person's Blackness. And that's what you're going to see here. You're going to witness here Wikipedia desperately attempting to sell you on how Black Kamala Harris is. I've never seen anything like this before, and I know that you haven't either. So let's go through this very quickly. And also the necessity of this as well came from the fact that when she was running for president, as well as when she became vice president and ran with Joe Biden, she received a lot of criticism over the fact that there were so many articles written about her in 2016 and prior, talking about how she's the first Asian American this, first Asian American that. So because there were so many articles published about her speaking on how she's an Asian American woman, then the campaign began to sell you on her Blackness, right? So let's go through this very quickly. Check this out. And let's walk through this together. Kamala Harris
He's
born
Iranian.
in Oakland, California on October 20th,
Iranian.
1964. Okay. Kamala Harris's Jamaican American father, Donald J.
He's
Harris,
Iranian.
is of Afro-Jamaican ancestry. Now, I know you might
does
feel
that
like
mean,
that's
though?
being nitpicky, but it's not the more I read on and you see. But just take a moment to stop and pause and think to yourself, have you ever read the biography of anyone Black on Wikipedia where they discuss maybe their father is from Haiti, or maybe they themselves are from Jamaica, or maybe they might be from Belize, and they had to stress, and they are of Afro-Haitian ancestry, and they are of Afro-Jamaican ancestry. They are of Afro-Belizean ancestry, okay? It might seem like I'm being nitpicky, but I'm not, because the selling of Kamala Harris's Blackness continues the more you go on. Kamala Harris, along with her mother and sister, moved back to California in 1970, while her father remained in the Midwest. They stayed briefly on Milvia Street in central Berkeley. Then at a duplex on Bancroft Way in West Berkeley, an area often called the Flatlands, with a significant Black population. Come on, guys, she's Black. Significant Black population. When Harris began kindergarten, she was bused as part of Berkeley's comprehensive desegregation program to Thousand Oaks Elementary School, a public school in a more prosperous neighborhood in northern Berkeley, which previously had been 95% white. And after the desegregation plan went into effect, it became 40% Black, guys. She was raised in a neighborhood with a significant Black population. Her father is of Afro-Jamaican ancestry.
They try to push
the school that she went to was 40% Black. Come on, guys, she's Black. We're trying to sell you that she's Black. It doesn't stop there, though. Have you ever seen anything like this on Wikipedia before, where Wikipedia is desperately trying to sell you on someone's Blackness? Let's carry on. A neighbor regularly took a neighbor regularly took the Harris girls to an African American church in Oakland, where they sang in the children's choir. And the girls and their mother also frequently visited a nearby African American cultural center. I've never witnessed anything so pathetic ever in life.
Man.
And my question to you is, have you ever read the Wikipedia biography of anyone Black where they had to desperately sell you on their Blackness? They had to break down to you the percentage of Black people that were in their school. They had to acknowledge that the neighborhood that they lived in had a significant Black population. They had to break down to you that they went to an African American church. They had to break down to you that she used to visit an African American cultural center. They have to break down to you that it's not that her father is just Jamaican, but just in case you thought that he was an Indian guy whose family moved to Jamaica and he just happened to be born in Jamaica. No. He is of Afro-Jamaican ancestry. If this isn't passing as Black, I don't know what is. I really don't know what is. They're selling you hard on this. But now what I want to do next, let's shift over.
So what is money and how does it get value? Paper money has value because someone says so. Bitcoin is different. It's like digital gold. It has value for many of the reasons gold does, but that's only the...
I'm going to shift over and I want to move over to Sunny when she told us that we're not ready for Black girl magic. We're not ready for Black girl magic. There's no way that...
But you see the divide? You know, it's like a divide. And they push the divide, you know what I mean?
America is going to vote for Black girl magic for president. Kamala Harris cosplaying as a Black woman has nothing to do with why nobody likes her. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with her just being a garbage human being. It has everything to do with that. And I want to get into that next. So let's go into this article here very quickly. Kamala Harris's campaign unraveled. How can you say that someone should be president of the United States and they're ready to take the helm from Joe Biden when their presidential campaign collapsed before election season could even get started? And mind you, this was written by the New York Times, if I'm not mistaken. Was this the New York Times? Let me zoom out just a little bit. Yes, it is. It's the New York Times that wrote this, a DNC news outlet. And the New York Times wrote this in 2020. Miss Harris is the only 2020 Democrat who has fallen hard out of the top tier of candidates. She has proved to be an uneven campaigner who changes her message and tactics to little effect and has a staff torn into factions. Okay. The article reads as such. In early November, a few days after Senator Kamala Harris's presidential campaign announced widespread layoffs and intensified focus on Iowa, her senior aides gathered for a staff meeting at their Baltimore headquarters and pelted the campaign manager, Juan Rodriguez, with questions. They pelted him with questions. What exactly was Miss Harris's new strategy? How much money and manpower could they put into Iowa? What would their presence be? What would their presence be like in other earlier voting states? Mr. Rodriguez offered general tentative answers that didn't satisfy the room, according to many campaign officials directly familiar with the conversation. Some Harris aides sitting at the table could barely suppress their fury about what they saw as the undoing of a once promising campaign. Their feelings were reflected days later by Kelly McLan. Excuse, I was practicing her last name the whole time, and I forgot it. Their feelings were reflected days later by Kelly Mellenbacher, the state operations director, in a blistering resignation letter obtained by the Times. And this is what Miss Mellenbacher had to say. This is my third presidential campaign, and I have never seen an organization treat their staff so poorly. Miss Mellenbacher wrote assailing Mr. Rodriguez and Miss Harris's sister Maya, the campaign chairwoman, for laying off aides with no notice, just letting them go. With less than 90 days until Iowa, we still do not have a real plan to win. If you couldn't run a campaign to achieve the goal of becoming president in 2020, how do you justify saying that she's able to run the country if Joe Biden was to step away? It doesn't make logical sense. The 2020 Democratic field,
of course it don't,
has been defined by its turbulence, with some contenders rising, others dropping out, and two more jumping in just this month. Yet there is only one candidate who rocketed to the top tier and then plummeted in early state polls to the low single digits, Miss Harris. Once again, this is the New York Times that wrote this. This is the New York Times that wrote this. And it carries on year after year. What you're going to see here, we're going to go from 2020, if I'm not mistaken, all the way until 2024 with this stuff. So this was in 2020 once her campaign completely collapsed, right? From the New York Times. This article right here is from the Washington Post. Kamala Harris's staff exodus reignites questions about her leadership style and her future ambitions. Now, if you go back to this article here, they discuss how her campaign staff was split up into factions and was falling apart, and they were just laying people off at moment's notice. And you will see that this carried on here. And you're going to have to excuse me for a moment. I am hot. Okay. I'm burning up right now. I need to wipe the sweat off my face. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. I was trying to be cool. And I'm like, man, I got like 2 more articles to go. I can't do this. I gotta wipe the sweat off my face. I'll be back. This. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't even have a real towel. I got to use my extra shirt that I had sitting on the side. Okay. So now that this is out the way, I'll just spend the rest of my time wiping my face while I'm reading because this fan is not hitting. Anyways, let's get back into this, right? Let's get back into this article. And I'm going to take it from the top because once again, America not being ready for black girl magic is foolishness. It's nonsense and ridiculous. It has nothing to do with her pretending to be black, and it has everything to do with her being a garbage human being, right? A garbage, unorganized person, right? That's what it has everything to do with. And these next couple articles are going to continue to highlight and lay that out. So as you see here, Kamala Harris staff exodus reignites questions about her leadership style and future ambitions. So this is an extension of the last article that we just read, which was a New York Times article. This article here is a Washington Post article, which is another DNC news outlet that's basically just exposing Kamala for being a horrible person. The rumors started circulating in July. Vice President Harris's staff was wilting in dysfunctional. The rumors started circulating in July. Vice President Harris's staff was wilting in a dysfunctional and frustrated office, burned out just a few months after her historic swearing in and pondering exit strategies. After a few months, her staff was already looking to get away from her. Because like I said, she's just a horrible human being. Now, when you go through this article here, in this middle section that I'm not going to read, it talks about how Simone Sanders and a host of other people who were her staff members have left her. And it continued on by saying this, but the quarter of soon-to-be empty desks reignited questions about why Harris churns through top-level Democratic staff, an issue that has colored her nearly 18 years in public service. So this has been the story of her political life for 18 years. Her being dysfunctional, unorganized, and a douche.
But see, we're not surprised because didn't she lock up a lot of black women and black people up in San Francisco where she was at? So I mean, I'm not really not surprised, People don't really like her out here like that in California. Didn't hesitate to lock black people up though, That's the thing about that.
Is not something that started when she became vice president. It's not something that started when she initially ran for president in 2020. According to the Washington Post, she has been this way for the full 18 years of her political career. This has been the story of her career, including her historic but uneven first year as vice president. Now those questions about her management extend to whether it will hamper her ability to seek and manage the presidency. This article here, Kamala Harris's chief scriptwriter is departing. And let's follow the timeline. We have to follow the timeline. This New York Times article here was written in 2019, actually, November 2019. This one right here from the Washington Post was written in 2021. And now here we are in 2022 with one of her staff writers leaving her. Now, mind you, these are her speechwriters. Her speechwriters are leaving her like crazy. We've seen Kamala Harris attempt to deliver speeches. She can't get through a speech without fumbling, bumbling, and giggling all over the place. She keeps cackling every time she has to say something. No wonder everybody keeps running away from her. Vice President Kamala Harris's director of speechwriting, Megan Grob, is leaving the office less than 4 months into the job. Two people familiar with the matter told Politico. Grob was hired in April after Harris's first chief speechwriter, Kate Childs Graham, left at the end of February. She had previously worked as a speechwriter for Bill Gates and as an editorial director at Gates Ventures. The article continues to read, her departure comes amid a continuing staff makeover for the vice president's office. The vice president's office has already seen a reset of large parts of the communication team. And on Friday, the Washington Post reported that Harris's longest service aide, Ronnie Koshglu, is also leaving the office. So what are we establishing here? I'm drilling the point into the ground that black girl magic has nothing to do with why nobody wants to vote for Kamala Harris for president. It has everything to do with her being a horrible person. Even members of her own party don't like her. Some Democrats are worried about Harris's political prospects. At a pivotal point in Biden's term, many party activists are not sure the vice president has shown she is up to winning the top job. This was January of 2023. Now, what I want to do, because I'm not going to go through this article here and read what I have highlighted, but it does connect to a video that is integrated within this article. And the video that I'm going to play for you now before we get back to Sunny is a video highlighting when Elizabeth Warren was asked a very direct question about whether or not Joe Biden should run for re-election. She had no problem answering the question. She said yes right away. But then when she was asked the question of whether or not Kamala Harris should be his running mate again, Elizabeth Warren goes, I don't know about all that. Don't believe me? Let's check it out. We'll watch it together. Then we'll get back to Sunny.
Speaking of you're having run for president, should Joe Biden run again for president? He'll be 86 by the time his second term is over.
Yes, he should run again.
Why?
And he is running again because he has gotten a tremendous amount done. It's been 2 years. He's had the skinniest possible majority in the United States Senate and only a very small majority in the House. And yet look at what we've done. I'll pick one that I just love. Besides the Inflation Reduction Act, which is the first time we've raised corporate taxes in 30 years. We also got the biggest climate package we've ever gotten. It goes into effect right now, the $35 cap for seniors on insulin. Think about these things. Seniors are not going to have to spend more than $2,000 a year on prescription drugs. But look at the CHIPS. This is how I love to say this, Bill. The CHIPS and Science Bill. When I ran for Senate a decade ago, I said one of the things I think we need to do as a nation, we need to double our investment in science. That is exactly what we did last summer, and Joe Biden signed that into law. He showed he's willing to wade into the fights. He waded into the fight on student loan debt for 43 million Americans.
If he's that old in his second term, the vice presidency becomes even more important. Should Kamala Harris be his choice the second time around?
I really want to defer to what makes Biden comfortable on his team. I've known Kamala for a long time. I like Kamala. I knew her back when she was an attorney general and I was still teaching, and we worked on the housing crisis together. So we go way back, but they have to be a team. And my sense is they are. I don't mean that by suggesting I think there are any problems. I think they are.
Before you go, I want to play that again. I'm not going to take it from the top, though. She said, so, with Biden being as old as he is, the interviewer said, the seat of the vice president is important now more than ever. Do you think that, she's up to the task? Do you think that that Biden should run with her again as vice president? And Elizabeth Warren literally goes, you got to ask him. You got to ask Joe about that. I like Kamala. I knew her before she was vice president. We've been cool she's day one. I've known her for day one. I've known her since day one. I like her. But, you got to talk to Joe about that. You got to talk to Joe about that. Let's run it back one more time.
Some crazy sounds in here.
exactly what we did last.
They got down on her for that. They said, "Come on, man, you can't spill the beans like that." You know.
Say is that Republicans are clearly scared about Kamala Harris. They know that as a senator, she represented.
Oh, she was smoking something good before the show started.
She's serious.
Literally, no one is scared of Kamala Harris. Trump and the Republicans would be chomping at the bit. They would be They would love nothing more than for Joe Biden to step down and Kamala Harris step in. They would love nothing more than that. I don't know what she took a hit of before the show started, but it must have been something good. It must have been something good.
One more thing that I will say is that Republicans are clearly scared about Kamala Harris. They know that as a senator, she represented 1 in 8 Americans. They know that as Attorney General of California, she ran one of the largest law departments in the country. They know that she was the first African-American woman to be the district attorney of San Francisco. That is a hard thing to do. She's a three-peat winner. What we do know is, in terms of the Supreme Court, which the media is not talking enough about, the Supreme Court said that Donald Trump, if elected, becomes a king.
Before we get into the fear mongering, Pai Me, I believe that's how you say their name. Tulsi ate her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She ate Kamala Harris's breakfast, lunch, and dinner and during the presidential debates in 2020. It was embarrassing.
They give him total immunity.
Okay, let's get into the fear mongering and closing. Here we go with the "we're going to put you back in chains" talk,
which the media is not talking enough about. The Supreme Court said that Donald Trump, if elected, becomes a king. They give him total immunity. Sotomayor said, orders the Navy SEAL team to assassinate a political rival, immune. Organizes a military dissenting coup to hold on to power, immune. Takes a bribe in exchange for a pardon, immune. She also then went to say, the president is now a king above the law. So guess what, folks? I am uncomfortable with the state of where Joe Biden is, but I am comfortable with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris versus a convicted felon.
So can I agree on? They're gonna put y'all back in chains. They're gonna put y'all back in chains.
They're gonna put us back in chains. You can't end any political segment where you're comparing, Biden and Trump together without ending it out with the fear mongering. So she did her job. Sonny did it well, right? She tried it concerning the whole black girl magic bit and that America is not ready for that. That clearly is a lie. Black girl magic has nothing to do with why nobody likes Kamala Harris. We've gone through all that already, all the facts behind why that is. And of course, once again, she had to go through the...
They're going to put y'all back in chains.
She had to go through that before she ended it off. And that's how I'm going to end this stream off today. That's how I'm going to end it off today. But before I end this stream, I got to give my thank yous. Shout out to Cutthroat Ra. You changed your name? What happened to Cutthroat Nash? You Cutthroat Ra. All right, Cutthroat Ra, formerly known as Cutthroat Nash. He said, if you have to oversell it, then it's a bad product. Exactly. The way that Wikipedia article oversold Kamala Harris's blackness, let you know that she's just passing. You're overselling it. You're doing a little bit too much. You're doing a little bit too much in that Wikipedia article. Shout out to Jake, I believe it's pronounced. Watch, Sleepy Joe. If you don't know what Jake is referring to, he's referring to when Joe Biden was on MSNBC and he was asked about his presidential run and whether or not, the black supporters behind him. And he basically spoke about black folks like he owned them. He said, you think the blacks aren't with me? Watch. Just you watch. The blacks are with me. Watch. And he said it with all the arrogance in the world. It was something interesting to see or listen to. Shout out to Cutthroat Ra coming through again. And Kamala is black. I saw her double one time. And shout out to College of Natural Health Science, BDA, for coming through, saying me and my black dog have been practicing wearing them chains, and they are mighty heavy. Oh, I know we got to get those chains ready, because it's pretty clear to me that Trump is going to win. It's very obvious to me that he's going to win. There's no path to victory for Joe Biden. There is no path to victory unless they pull off that 2020 magic again. And we all know what the 2020 magic is. 2020 magic, for those of you who don't know, you're watching the election, you see one candidate is up, it's pretty much over. It's looking like that candidate's going to win. You go to bed to sleep and you say to yourself, yeah, Trump is going to win. It's obvious. It's over. You wake up in the morning and all of a sudden, guess who had the most votes in presidential history, in the president election history? Joe Biden. You go to bed, one guy is winning pretty heftily. You wake up in the morning, the other guy wins by a landslide. So unless that 2020 magic comes through again, I don't see a path to victory for Joe Biden. I really don't see.
No, he's right though, and that's exactly what happened last time. You know, you wake up, you know what I'm saying? Trump was winning, all of a sudden you wake up and then he lost, you know, just overnight, right? You know, I mean, you just gotta really question stuff and just see that type of stuff for what it is. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here, y'all, man. I've been on here for a minute, yo. So holla, salute. Thanks for, you know what I mean, jumping on, you know what I mean, and supporting your boy in the comment section. I appreciate it, everybody. Junior Coltrane, you know, Mason Capone, you know, salute for Shaq for coming on, you know what I mean, RBG Boxing, you know what I mean, yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, share this out to your social media, share this out if you can, I appreciate it. Hit the notification bell to let you know next time I come on, and so next time, I'm gonna holla at y'all. Salute, peace out. Junior Coltrane, salute, man. All right, I'm out.